shit, sorry, we're live. Oh no, God. Hope they didn't hear that.
I know, this you were talking about, so no doubt you probably did hear it.
Good evening, folks, and welcome. I'll hear the voices. Welcome, folks, to Sunday Vape Lounge with Vapor Bunny, vaping with me, Michelle, or Michelle vaping with me, whatever.
Michelle B, come on.
Michelle B vaping with me.
I know we've done the live for ages, but
Yes, who I have to say is looking rather dashing with the lovely new haircut.
oh, thanks.
Bring
I know
that
it's a
camera
bit.
down a bit.
The rain kind of destroyed it today a bit, but.
Yeah, well, I noticed that today. Thought to myself, yeah, I'll get up early, had a bath and everything. Thought to myself, yeah, straighten my hair, and then I opened the curtains and looked out the window and thought, nah, fuck that. So hence why I look like I've been plugged in right now, because my hair goes naturally curly when it's wet. So there's no point me spending an hour straightening this to go out in the rain to end up looking like this to begin in the end up. So I just thought, well, do you know what, sod it.
Mine
So
just goes.
here I am, looking like I've been plugged in.
Mine just goes kinky.
And let me just say hello to
Wax and chains and all that.
John and Jude. Do you remember Jude?
Hey,
Watch
Jude.
this too.
Hey, Jude.
Hi, Mr. Bill Richards. Hi, Village.
I just see a Ryan in there as well. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Manic. Hi, Sainty. Hi, Ryan.
Evening, old get Michelle and.
Hi, Loverboy. Hi, Ian. Hi, Rog.
Hi, Tetley. Hi, Ian. Hi, Rose. Of course, Village is in the house as well.
He is.
Yeah, Village, how's the bins today, mate?
The bins.
Yeah, I'll explain later.
Oh.
You vaping in bins again, Bill? Or
Bill? Village?
Village?
No,
Village?
no, I'll explain later.
Village, do you not look at the back of all your mod boxes? It says do not vape in bins.
No.
So-
This is nothing to do with vaping this time. I'll explain later.
Yeah. So, last week, hell of an echo off Bunny. I did say I was getting an echo off you, Bunny.
Darren's not here to fix the audio problem at the minute.
Where is he?
He just nipped up to Tesco's.
You let him out?
You let him loose?
Yes, I do occasionally.
You let him off that chain?
My speakers are like in below the table. I'm using the blue snowball, but I'm probably going to need to put a headset on, and I don't mess about with his computer because I break shit.
Ryan, she is from Area 51. I thought you knew that by now.
Who's from Area 51?
Bunny.
I could probably
Well, she'd have to
too.
She'd have to be, because where else do you get a bunny that vapes?
Oh, yeah.
Only Area 51. Either that or Chernobyl.
I don't even know where that
You
is.
can talk, Bunny.
She's like, I'm not
Stop
talking
being a-
anymore.
And John,
I'm just trying to keep the echo to a minimum.
and John, you're welcome, mate. As I say, I hope you have more joy with that mango than I had.
FYI, that post lady at the post office is scary.
What's in those packages?
I don't know.
I sent John a bottle of
Mango. Something.
it was mango, but I can't remember what company it was now. But I didn't like the mango that came with it. It wasn't my liking. So I sent him his Alpha 3 eventually, and the little King of Vapes keyring, bullet keyring, that has been promised to him since
Last
October.
Yeah.
So eventually got that. Eventually got Manic's scent.
Did you get it, Manic? Did you get it?
Just removed 2, Manic. Oh, Manic, I screenshot that kid with it. It must have been in his group. But yeah, I managed to get Manic's out to him, and I got Liz's out to her.
Well, she's not in yet.
But I haven't got Puds sent to him yet. Puds is still sitting here because it was sitting there and I forgot to lift it.
Well, that'd be good for that challenge that they all seem to be doing at the moment.
I'm going over to Scotland for the Vape meet at the beginning of August. Me and Darren are heading over for that, so if you want, I can take that over. I don't know if Pud's actually coming to the meet, but I think his Uncle Ronnie is, so I can give that to Ronnie, pass on to him.
Yeah. There's two different strengths. Apparently, one's 3 and one's 6, I think. Doesn't actually say on the boxes.
I'll probably say on the bottom.
But yeah, I'll get those to you, Bonnie, and they can get across. There's no point me trying to address Pods because he's on Savs.
Yeah.
So, now that we're settled a little bit. Bunny,
Yes.
what colour socks are you wearing today?
Oh, I am wearing rather fetching black ones with little blue bits on the toes and heels.
What about you?
I'm just wearing some Donny socks, I think.
I'm not flexible enough to
They're just white little.
show you.
Mine are quite good. So.
Oh yeah. He's wearing fancy socks.
Oh, he's got his minions on.
Because he's most awesome.
Most awesome. Oh, what you vaping on?
Well, I'm pod galore tonight because I have 3 pods on the go. I have the very, very lovely IPv3 L that fucking mini thing all swamped to
IPv V3 Mini Auto Squonk.
That's the one. That is the one. You're such a clever cookie. But yeah, that's the one. And that I have some Boulevard Shattered from Wet Liquor. I also have gorgeous in blue, the Trinity Alpha pod kit. I absolutely adore this.
This looks like the Orion.
It does, eh?
Yeah, it's Smog's version of the Orion, basically.
Rip-offs.
It uses
Copycats.
the same oil that Nord uses.
Well, that's handy.
Now, you got a Nord, Michelle. What did you think of the mesh oil that was with it?
Really good. I loved it.
To be honest, in the Nord, I didn't like it, but in this, it works so much better. The mesh oils are absolutely fantastic in this, and the actual Nord, I prefer the 1.4.
Ooh, I've not tried that one yet.
Strong oils in it. But in that one, I have Deja Voodoo, also from White Liquor.
Manic, they come in most handy for these bottles.
Yeah. I've also got the very sexy in Rainbow Artery Pal 2.
It's so pretty.
By, of course, Tony B.
Yeah.
In that I have some snow hair from Sap Idris Next Salt Line.
Also by Tony B.
And last but by no means least, I have the very gorgeous purple Crown 4 kit.
You got one?
Yes! I've had this for a couple of months now, Michelle.
You see, that's
absolutely fantastic. I love that.
That's nice.
And then that, I'm all purple tonight because I have Vampire Vape's Grapefruit Sunrise in here, which is absolutely amazing.
Grapefruit.
So, yeah. So that's what I want to see them.
I don't think I've tried a grapefruit vape before.
John, I think it's nicked up to 3 milligram.
Hey, Jules.
Hi, Jules.
Hi,
I
Jules.
am hearing an echo.
Yeah. Bunny's now we're getting a full echo even on me.
OBS, what is wrong with you?
No, like I say, I don't want to mess with audio settings or anything until Darren gets back.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know where to start up here.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have a clue either, so I just let him do it. I'll wait until he gets back and he can plug me in. Yeah, good night, headphone users, because Roy's battering the shit out of his microphone.
He was
So
kind.
people couldn't hear me. Is that any better now with echoes and things, people?
Oh, I'm not hearing them.
Well, we can't. Bunny, speak.
I'm scared to speak because I'm the one causing the echo.
Well, there's no echo now on this side.
Okay.
So-
How's that going, folks? Can you... What's the sound like now?
Please tell us.
Yeah, well, there is like a 30-second delay.
Oh yeah.
Which is getting worse.
Yeah. So, Michelle, in the meantime, you can tell us what. Oh, the echo's gone.
Yay.
Yay!
Didn't get the echo when Roy muted himself. Bunny's the same. Hi, Betty B.
Betty.
Betty. How are you, babe?
Betty.
No, still, echo.
Echo from
Still
me.
echo from.
Roy, you're fine, but echo. But Bunny in an echo chamber.
I do apologise, but there's nothing I can do until Darren gets back. I'm sorry.
Just have to put up with it for now.
Right, I'm taking that down.
What am I on tonight?
Right,
I'm only on like 3 things, so easy peasy lemon squeezy.
while Michelle's doing that, I'll see if I can figure out anything else that's going on with the audio.
Do you want to know what I'm vaping? Do you really? Okay, so we'll do the little pods first. So I'm on the Artery Pal stick, and in that I have the bubble blue pod salts. Yum yum yum. I'm also on the Artery Pal 2 in this cool colours.
See, we're like the artery fan
I
club.
know, we're like twinsies.
Yeah, because don't you have the PAL 1 Pro, Roy?
Oh, he does, yeah, you do.
Yeah,
You should be
we
on
are an
that as
artery
well.
fan club.
You seen the size difference? Do the size difference.
Ooh.
And it's tons lighter than the number
Yeah,
one.
this is plastic and this is zinc alloy, so.
That's
of
plastic
course.
and that's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, said it.
I absolutely love this.
I was going to get that one and then I saw this one. I'm like, oh no, I have to get this one.
Oh, it's such a fingerprint magnet. You're forever polishing it, but I don't care. It's worth it.
I've also got Pod Salts Bubble Blue in that as well.
Mm.
And
I have some of that at home, but I've not tried it yet.
then I've got the Orfurfurf, the Farfur tank.
Oh, look at you and your rainbow geek vape.
Yeah, that's my upgrade. I upgraded. I was like, I want it pretty now. And
Very
at the
nice.
moment, I've got Vape Star Ink red laces, but I might, once that's finished, or not the bottle finished, once the tank's finished, I might put in some Dr. Vape's that blue stuff. Because it's so good.
Oh, you got some blue stuff?
I got more.
Yay!
I waited weeks for that, but they sorted me out with an extra bottle, so thank you guys if you're watching. My
You need to
favourites.
send the show link to them,
I should, yeah, I should.
and then say that we'll put Dr. Vapes on the bottom.
You know what? Look, there's still space for it.
Yeah, there's still plenty of space for Dr. Vapes to go across the bottom.
Because I love Dr.
Yeah,
Vapes.
of course there is.
Like, it's my
That you?
That's me. Everything else is downstairs.
So,
So, Roy boy, what are you on this evening?
Rog, anybody can barely hear Michelle. When she's talking to me, she talks really loud. But when she comes on to talk on the thing, she talks like this. and
I'm
you
still
can-
a bit shy. I
Yeah,
can't
that's
help
called
it.
radio voice.
It is radio voice.
So this evening, I am on my topside dual with the Bonza on top.
Oh, nice.
I did have the armadillo on it, but I don't know. Just the Bonza seems to be that bit better. And in that, or if I can find the bottle for it, I am on some butterscotch custard from Nan's Kitchen,
Ooh.
Oh, I need to try that.
which the video for this is absolutely not my video, but the video for this, there's outtake videos and everything else, because the guy that makes this, Jay, it's his Nan's recipes they're actually using, cooking recipes, so she's got them in the kitchen. Looks like you haven't put that jewel down. I haven't, Ryan. It's between the jewel and this is the only sort of two mods that's really in my hand, apart from thing. Yes, the armadillo.
I love the armadillo. I've
So,
got the armadillo.
yeah,
on my
there will be
website.
reviews coming up, because I've also got the rest of the range of Nan's Kitchen to review. Reviews for those will be coming up shortly. Well, not shortly, because I'll get into them. I have also got my IPV V3 Mini with the SX chip in there. In there, I have got Love to Vape laces.
Oh, is that one of their new ones?
Yes, which also goes with their Love to Vape iced mango, which also
Ooh.
goes with their Iced-
Mango.
iced pineapple,
Oh, that's yum. That's good. That
which also goes with Bunny. Bunny, put a towel between your legs.
Drum roll.
Hurry up. Waiting.
Raptor blood,
Okay.
strawberry, blueberry, and dragon fruit.
It's so
Gimme.
nice.
I need that. I need that in my life.
You need to ask for it when you go in the shop.
I did the did a live review the other night with all 4 juices. Those two got 10 out of 10.
The laces.
Oh, that way. Laces and Raptor Blood. And the other one's got, I think it was 7.5 and 8. 7.5. That iced mango, actually for a mango juice, I liked it.
So you know me, I like my mangoes.
And that one,
Pineapple.
iced pineapple.
Pineapple slush.
That's nice. That one.
It's gorgeous. They're not too icy, which I'm actually quite glad of.
Yeah, because if they're too icy, it just puts me off.
And then the last thing on my repertoire this evening, this wee baby.
It's so cute.
So it's a Sigilli Acronis with the gunmetal Orfer
tank
on top. And in that, this stuff should not be called what it's called. That's all I can say. It should not be called brain freeze, because it's just quite, it's not even, it's a wee bit chilled, it's not freezing. And bubblegum freeze it's called.
Bruce brought home ice cream.
Nice.
Brew, where's my ice cream?
It wasn't ice cream, it's a cheesecake.
We had cheesecake earlier and it was gorgeous.
Just told me there's ice cream downstairs as well. Love you.
How come yours and Bunny IPV still working and Chris and M's died ages ago? Fed up big time.
I don't know.
Rog, I have no idea, but I have.
It seems to be the carbon ones that everyone's having the problem with.
Yeah, because there seem to be lighter. I got mine a day before Chris and everybody else got theirs. Don't know how, but I got mine a day before. And I have used it ever since. And that's probably a month now.
He's literally used that thing every single day. Every day.
Yeah, well I've had mine 3 weeks now, so.
When I'm driving to work, this gets blasted in the car on the way up. It gets blasted at lunchtime. It's normally just whenever I come home that I'll swap onto something else. Just up to you again, Roy. Not sure why it stopped.
Oh,
it's just YouTube doing its usual and booting people off.
It was the carbon and the gunmetal ones.
Yeah, I did that with me with Solom as well. Because I had to I'd been subscribed to Solom for about 2 years and I had to resubscribe to him last month. Because it kicked me off his list.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 months ago. I was waiting for a show to come on and wasn't sending.
Yeah, you didn't get a notification, yeah.
Yeah, but it does definitely seem to be. I don't know so much about the gunmetal ones, but the carbon ones are lighter for whatever reason. So I don't know what the difference in the compensation.
Well, Ems's one just doesn't read an atomizer. It doesn't matter what she puts on it. You know, she'll leave it for a while. She'll have it switched off. She'll switch it on, put the atomizer on it, and fire it, and it'll work for maybe 2 or 3 puffs, and then it'll just continually tells her there's no atomizer on it. And Chris's one, every time he switches it on, it tries to auto fire. There's something sticky in the button with his, and it keeps trying to auto fire.
It could just be that the carbon ones are the prototypes.
Could be.
But I know these on speaking to.
Maybe hasn't missed a beat since I got it.
On speaking to IPV themselves, they sent out 250 of them out.
And of that 250, how many complaints have they had?
10.
So that's
10?
not bad.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
And that is well below the numbers that they would expect.
Yeah.
They were expecting they were expecting the ones to come back. Now they weren't expecting me to do a review on it. They sent me mine just as a thank you more than anything else. Wanted the review. They were quite shocked and pleasantly surprised.
Shocked.
But they normally expect out of 250, they would expect anywhere between 80 to 90 to come back.
So for only 10, that's fab.
But again, it's still early days.
Yeah, that's true.
Pardon?
He said it's still early days.
It's not really, because
they've been out for over a month now, so.
And the Americans are out. They've been out nearly 2 months in total. If you take into the Americans as well. So, IPV at the minute there are. I've seen SX's version of it, and I tell you what, SX have missed a massive trick on it. They've missed a massive trick.
I saw the pictures. Jazzy on the SX Mini Brother he'd got one of the SX ones the other day, and he put a lot of pictures and stuff up on it. And while you can see the similarities, I don't like the way they have designed it.
I don't like their bottle shape. I don't like.
No,
they could have.
It looks like a round barrel on the side of it. I don't like that. That's what ruins it for me. This bit of it's pretty much the same, but when you get down to where the bottle is, it's just it just doesn't look right.
The way they do the buttons, the grey buttons on the black, and the little side buttons, they're sideways instead of the square buttons on it, and also both of them should have put the button on top, and it was one of the.
Yeah, it would have been a lot easier there.
Do you know the button was meant to be there?
I get sort of used to it.
Yeah. Do you know the button was actually meant to be there? The designer, the guy that designed this, wanted the button to go there.
Yeah, that would have been the ideal place for the button.
But it was SX or
so.
IPV directors said no, they want the buttons in line.
Yeah. No, fair enough, but like I say, I've got used to it where it is now, so.
Yeah. So sorry there was no show. Yeah, sorry there was no show last week, folks. We decided to go out.
Gallivanting.
We decided to go on a little.
How was the diving and muff?
It was fantastic.
It was so funny.
Considering it was a warm day, was it hot and sticky?
Yeah, was it a slightly glazed muff?
It bloody was. It's great. Now I can say though I've officially been in Southern Ireland for about a few minutes.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
It's quite fun. Yeah. I was quite shocked. He was like, right, we're in Southern Ireland. No, we're not. What?
Oh, you didn't. He took the bottles of muff with him.
Had to be done.
It had to be done.
Yeah, of course.
That picture came out really well.
You did that with the Danish squirrel as well. Remember last year when we done the flipping?
That wasn't last year. Year before, was it not?
No, it was 2 years ago. Sorry, we done the tour of the North Coast, and that little 10ml bottle was very conveniently photographed in various different Game of Thrones locations.
Oh, nice.
And I wrote a wee story to go with it and everything else.
Yeah, it had its own little blog and everything. It was great.
Oh, that was such a good day last Sunday. Oh man.
It's the extra board cost.
I felt like a right wee tourist. It was awesome.
On the SX one, there's not a sensor touch button on top. I don't think so, Ian. I honestly don't think so. The ones I seen on it, it was the only differences in it. It's got 3 power modes instead of 2.
Yeah.
Why do you need? To me, the 2 power modes in this are fantastic. The mouth to long and the direct long hit. You only need the 2.
Yeah.
Going 3 is going a little bit more complicated, and especially where this is aimed at.
I have to say that I'm more impressed with the 0.3 coil on this than I was with the 1 ohm.
The 1 ohm mouth.
The 1 ohm felt a bit underpowered for me, and I tried it in various different settings. It just felt as if I wasn't getting enough out of it. But the 0.3 is really, really good on this.
I like both. I absolutely love both coils on it, and I have no qualms about vaping on either one of them, and I have no hesitation on recommending that to anybody, whether they're a new starter or they're a experienced vapor.
Yeah,
I'd buy it for my dad. I would, and my dad's one of them no muss no fuss vapors. Like he doesn't want to get into the coil building because 1, he's not got time, and 2, he's just like, nah, can't be bothered to learn all that.
Well,
stuff.
something like that would be ideal for your dad.
Yeah, because he can literally just stick it on and vape, and that's it. Like, he doesn't need to prime it or nothing, and I think it'd be ideal for him.
As Bill says, it is fantastic for stills vaping because the only light is on that screen, and if you've got it in your hand, you can hide the screen.
Well.
Yeah, if you've got big enough hands, you can hide it.
You don't even have to have big enough hands. You just put it across the. Put your fingers across the screen, or even your thumb up the screen.
We had so much fun the other day in the vape shops. I was like, right, let's try and find a mod that doesn't look huge in my hand. We had no luck at all. Even the tiniest of mods still looked huge.
Even a nugget would look big in your hand.
It was so funny.
You know the range of Barry's got, and we just went through it.
I'm like, right, this? No. It's so funny. And then they're like, yeah, but look at the mod you're using. I'm like, yeah, I like big mods. Or it's just
Nothing wrong with a big
mods.
one.
Yeah.
It's nice weight. I can knock somebody out if they give me bother. You know
Roy,
what I mean?
forgot to say the pineapple was really good. Yeah, that's the oh, what are they called? I sent John a wee bottle of the pineapple I got from. You like that pineapple as well? What, they come in the wee packs of 3.
Oh, the Vape Wild.
No,
No?
black box.
The Humo.
That's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, the Humo ones. Yeah, we went mad for those, didn't we? They were lovely.
Yeah, the pineapple.
Oh, the pineapple one was absolutely gorgeous. What was the other one? The sort of like it was like a mango ice cream one.
Oh, I'll have to look up. I'm gonna have to look up humor.
I can't even remember, but there were what it was the grape one that you went mad for, wasn't it?
Yeah, I love the grape one.
Yeah. Yeah, they were really nice. Those.
Humo. I've never heard of them before.
Oh, baby, you've got to try their like ones. They are really, really good. I think did we not see somewhere online the other night was doing them cheap?
What the hell?
Aye.
So they had I don't have the grape aid, orange creamsicle, lemon meringue, pineapple express, peaches and dream.
Ooh, peaches and
That
cream.
was the one, the peaches and dream.
Peaches and dream was gorgeous.
Yeah. And
I
the,
want to
the pineapple. Oh.
I want to try peach vape. I've not had peach in ages.
Yeah. Enjoy
Would you
biting
like
into this
to
fuzzy
look
peach
at-
with a hint of vanilla euphoria. It's a serene dream you won't want to wake up from.
You'd like the peach iced tea next salt, Michelle. That is really, really peachy.
Yeah, I'm wanting to try that one.
Yeah, it is nice.
I need to get the Titan. I do Village, don't I? I do.
Village, yeah, you do. Village, she does. And Village, you've got one. Looks like the Vupu have listened to reviewers and made a 2mm pod with better flavour for the nano.
Mm.
The mother and that'll shake itself.
Do you know something, Rog? It doesn't matter what they do with the pods. The pods themselves are absolutely fine. The airflow on the pod device is shit. There's not enough airflow. It's
There's
like
not
trying
enough.
to suck a golf ball through a garden hose. It just doesn't work.
See, I wouldn't like that then because I like to direct all mouth to lungs.
I know a few girls that could do that, no problem.
Bet you do.
Well, you know some dodgy people though. That's the thing.
Oh dear.
Laugh out loud. Nope, that's my expo setup.
Yeah, the Titan.
I still need to get one of those. I don't think I would ever.
This bit. Michelle's not adulting.
I'm
today.
like choking on my vape here. I don't think I would ever be able to take it out of the house though. I'd drop that in a hot minute.
We
Right.
just
Yeah,
get her a
'cause
trailer.
You'd have to hold it like that.
Get her a trailer to
That's
take it
what-
with her.
That's what it was like. I was like,
One of those wee kiddie trailers.
Mm-hmm.
see, that's
Yeah,
why I like
you-
this because
imagine having that with a lanyard hanging around her neck. She'd be like trailing it along the ground.
Like having 3 boobs.
It's like, they're like dragging a wagon.
You went there, didn't they?
3 nipples to suck on.
Yeah, but you have a problem there. You've only one mouth.
If you have.
Bunny,
Yeah.
right.
If you have the mouth.
Ah, right enough. That could work. 2 to play with and 1 to bite.
Oh my!
There you go.
Are we really talking about this?
Bunny,
Oh, thank you,
What?
Raj.
you like country music, don't you?
Not really, no.
I love
Well, you grew up with a bit of country music around you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you never remember the beat from the country music that goes bum tit tit bum tit tit bum tit tit bum tit tit? So then you could change that. You could go,
Tap, tap, tap.
yeah,
tit 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 bum tit 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 bum tit.
because there's a Titan.
Oh, good God.
Oh my lord!
Where'd we find him again?
Under a rock.
That one.
Fraggle Rock.
Do 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 do.
No, no, not a fucking word. No, 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 no. Oh, good God. I fuck you. I really-
I'm sorry.
It could be worse.
Going to kill you all.
Baby
No.
shark. Do
Get
do
the
do.
absolute. No.
Sky is literally banned from pressing her toys
Which is sad.
to sing that song.
Yeah. It doesn't help that every time you go into B&M, there's bloody baby shark toys all over it.
That's where I got Skies from.
Oh, good God. No. Not a word.
Right.
Oh dear.
I'm slightly pissed off tonight
Oh.
Why?
because as soon as Bunny came on to camera and so much, oh, Mitch, I like your hair. Roger's gone, hair looks nice, Mitch. I'm sitting here wearing a nice shirt tonight.
Oh, for God's
Made in,
sake.
and nobody has said, Roy, you look rather smart tonight.
And you've had your haircut since last time.
No, I haven't. I had the haircut. No, I haven't made that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So,
See, the last time I saw that shirt, I think that was the one that ended up covered in lemon curd custard, wasn't it?
yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
A whole bottle.
Yeah, it might as well have been a whole bottle.
It was about 3/4 of the bottle.
Tetley
Rog.
noticed.
Rog,
Over squirted.
right, hang on. Where's YouTube?
Tetley noticed, like,
Tetley, thank you, honey.
Roy, you look like a geek. Roy,
Right.
that's not nice.
Going
That's
to
not.
unsub from Rog on YouTube and unfollow on Instagram.
Terrible.
Exiled.
That's it. Oh, John says he was going to say that, Roy. There you go.
John, I would believe John straight away because John,
He's your number one fan after all.
yeah, but he hasn't watched my topside review yet.
Even I watched that. And I'm like, sorry, I haven't watched your review yet. And he's like, give me the evils. Like, I'm like, I'll watch it later.
You got custard on that shirt. Yeah, Titanic's lemon curd custard. I can't remember what tank I was using, but I had the tank. And I was sitting in the car, and I was squeezing the bottle. And
It was the Bonza, yeah,
Bravo,
the Bravo, that was it. not the
Bravo, and when it went
Oh, the lid's all
all
pops
over
off.
me. So I went into the toilets and wiped off as much as I could. And
Yeah, weren't the girls in the office trying to lynch you by home time because you were sitting there all afternoon smelling like a bakery, making all the girls hungry?
yep, and then making one sick.
Oh.
So I had to go home early. Most of the farm lads in my area dress just like that, Roy.
Yeah, but the thing is, Bill, he's not using blue baler twine to hold his trousers up.
No,
Or is he?
I've got a nice belt that came all the way from Spain.
All the way from Mallorca, I know.
Yeah. Because Bunny bought me that belt.
Nice.
So, yeah. You can calm down now. I've sat back down.
Yeah, you'll be getting totally all hot and bothered.
Yeah.
You know, and have to sit there and cool off a bit.
They use orange here.
Oh, they have orange twine over there, Bunny.
Ah, right, okay.
Did you notice the
No, we can't use orange over here because if they brought you an orange twine, then you have to bring out a green twine.
Especially over here, you couldn't have one without the other. I think that's why they use blue over here. Stops people getting offended.
Well, does it though?
Don't need a belt. I'm so fat my jeans get trapped in. I was going to make a comment about Roy spilling his custard, but that's taking things way too far.
Oh, village naughty boy.
Screenshot. Tetley, sure you get better private pictures, mate.
Well, okay then. I take it you two are going to need a room at Expo. Michelle,
It's-
you can bunk in with us, babe.
It's trying to figure out whose turn it is to drop the soap.
Oh my god.
Well, you dropped the soap last time, so it'll be his turn.
Yeah, please, I don't want to be in that room at that time.
Okay, you can bunk in with us.
Well. I don't know if that's wise either.
Yeah, tell the truth, you're going to be sitting there with a camera.
Oh my lord, no.
She's sitting with the whip going.
I don't know.
I should be cracking the whip. Yeah.
I'll just stay in the bar. Nobody will notice I'm there anyway. I'll just have free drinks all night because yeah. I might need to hire a
But
lad
you
or
might not get
whatever.
served in the bar. They'll take one look at you and go, "You're too young, get out."
No, not this year,
I'm
Rog.
like, why thank you. I'm here all night.
It's once a year is all we can afford because it costs us about £1,500 to go to Expo.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't as expensive in October, we could have maybe made it, but it's because of who's going there as well.
Well,
No,
the price
no
for the
way.
hotel has come down, so it has.
I can't afford it now.
Oh, that's
But at the minute, it's full. There's the website saying it's fully booked, but
No, I couldn't because it's a dry. Because we have to drive, and plus kids are still in school, so we have to
yeah,
drive the
you
kids
won't
up
be able
to.
get time out. Yeah.
We have to drive the kids up to Forfar, drop them off up there, and then go. Because there's no point in us flying, because flying you're restricted to how much juice you can actually bring back with you, whatever. Whereas,
It's what's it, a 22 kilo baggage allowance or something? You're
so
allowed?
whenever you're driving, you've got the car to fill up.
That was the good thing about us going on the boat last year.
Yeah, but that bloody
We
bag of
weren't-
mine.
We weren't restricted at all as to how much
yeah.
we could take with us.
But that bloody bag of mine, having to carry it back through, dragging
Yeah,
it
that was-
dragging it through the expo, afterwards, through up in the concourse and everything else. And
Yeah.
then the twat at the boat going, "Oh, you can't take that to your cabin." On the Belfast. Well, they didn't do their job right. Piss off jobbers.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a bit of a dick, but
I don't think I could fly. I don't like flying. Like, I really don't.
Oh no, I love flying.
No.
I'm
I
not so
do.
crash all on the landing, pardon the pun, but landing is whenever I get nervous, but I love, considering I've got such a fear of heights, I love being in the air. It's really,
But you don't.
I just love it.
But there's no sensation of height when you're in an airplane, though.
I just
Exactly.
I don't know. I
But
just don't.
I like to sit at the window and look out. It's nice looking down at everything from above.
Right, here comes the serious 45 seconds.
Yes, Rog, me and Darren are going in October.
Here comes the serious 45 seconds. As most of these will have seen from different groups and different messages and different Facebook posts and everything else, a certain person in Scotland and what actions they take after being also, they were welcomed into the vaping community by 99% of people would say. So just be mindful, folks, if anybody you still know happens to be a friend
Friends with this person.
of this said person and may not yet know, and that's all that we're going to say on it. I've made sure that he's been removed and banned from anything that I'm got access to.
We all did the same. We outed him and promptly removed and blocked him from all our social medias.
I couldn't believe that, honestly. I was like, what? Like,
Tell me about it.
because I'd met him, and I honestly,
Yeah.
even now, it just it makes me feel so sick to
Well,
even think about it.
Roy will tell you the amount of times, like over the last 18 months, pretty close to 2 years that he's been around. He's always been in the shows. We've had regular chats with him, through the shows and whatnot. And then, like I say, I met him as well, and I got on really well with the fella. I thought he was lovely.
We've got
And
it.
it's a major big kick in the stones to all of us that he would do that.
It's
But to
horrid.
me, it's not just okay. This isn't justifying his actions in any which way.
There's no
But-
justification for
no,
what he's
there's
done.
no
What-
no
what he can
justifications.
never justify it.
But there must be a crossed wire within his head somewhere, because he's a repeat offender. But it shows you the shit state, and I don't often swear, but it shows you the shit state of the justice system within the UK, and especially Scotland at the moment, because Scotland actually has their own rules and regulations and laws regarding this. So it shows you the shit state of the Scottish penal system whenever he can be a repeat offender, be out.
To be as brazen as to attack those young
Yeah.
girls in broad daylight.
But how
in
many?
public.
Yeah, but how
When
many
their
do we not
parents
know
were
about?
with them, or whatever relatives were with them, that's
Yeah.
that's scary to think of. Like, that is really, because look at the amount of times I go downtown with my kids, you know what I mean, and it's scary to think that something like that could happen. Like, it's horrible, horrifying, like, it really is.
I know.
But
Like,
that's
my daughter's nearly 19 now, and I know for a fact if anybody was to ever do something like that to her, I would do time for them. I'd hunt them down until I found them. I would skin them alive, and I would quite happily take whatever prison sentence was through at me.
Oh, aye.
Harm a hair on my daughter's head. You do, to be honest, you can do whatever the hell you like to me because I'm a big girl. I can take it, but you touch a hair on my daughter's head, and I will kill you.
And Master McPeak, yes, I will definitely take a day off work.
Yeah,
I'm waiting to see about a new job tomorrow, so I will get the time booked off. Whenever you're over, I will get a couple of days booked off, and we will go around the vape shops. You've been to Bentra.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to see you as well when you're over, Ryan. It'd be good to catch up again.
Yes, totally. There is a few people who knew him personally, but that's the last that we want to. Just wanted to address it and out of the way. Don't give him any more. Don't give it any more airtime than desire. Anybody that wants to know the full story can
go to the bitches page or anyone else's page for that matter,
and you get the story there and everything else. And if you read some of the comments on there, you will see which people have met him personally and know him personally. Michelle has met him in person.
Seriously, it makes me feel so sick.
I haven't, so.
Well, let's hope for his sake that none of us ever meet him again.
Don't be saying things like that on Cast Bunny or on posts. I know everybody's going to have those sort of thoughts. Keep them to yourselves, because the unfortunate thing is, if and when he did get out and he did end up getting a hiding, then they're going to come looking at all the ones who've said those things on camera or on posts, and he's not worth the time. Let the ones who will. It's all about finding out where he is and when he and which prison he goes to, and then that's after that it's be in their hands. They can't, things like that don't get kept secret, even though they do try and keep them in solitary. They have to eat, pee, sleep, and whatever.
Yeah.
Stop moaning, you'll fart. Ryan, shut up. But yeah, there's been a lot of noteworthy things and drama things happened recently and everything else. Battery's done.
Yeah, and I didn't bring up.
We don't do drama, so.
Yeah, so
we'll leave the drama to the drama whores, and we'll just carry on doing what we do.
I've got spares. We're all right. I've got spares.
Imagine.
Thank God I brought my.
She calls herself a vape host.
Rule number 1 before you do a vape show, Michelle, make sure all batteries are fully charged.
So, Rog, is that a new version of shampoo?
He's got shampoo. What?
What?
Ooh.
L'Oreal.
It's like L'Oreal.
L'Oreal. You just forgot the space.
Doesn't make a difference. It's a new hair. Sorry, Roger's got no hair.
I miss the Herbal Essences adverts.
He uses Mr. Sheen polish.
Oh, aye. That extra shine.
I'm just going to get him back now for his comments to me. That's it.
Gloves are off, baby. Gloves are off.
The Mr. Nice guy, Roy, that just sort of sits here and takes all it. No more. I'm fighting back.
Fighting back.
Oh, guess who put his big boy pants on today?
Oh, his big boy shirt. His big boy shirt too.
That's because I've got my shirt on.
That's it.
Oh,
all
right,
the confidence.
Shirt and glasses.
Yeah, it's that air of authority. That's what's doing it.
I do love them glasses.
You'll be getting totally all hot and bothered again. Behave.
Hey, Christoph.
Hello.
Hi, Chris. How's the bins today, mate?
The bins.
How's the DBT?
We need filled in on this bins situation, like now. No, maybe after is fine.
No, I will tell you about the bins later. Needless to say, there were lots of giggles. He's wearing a Superman vest underneath his Toy Story Woody shirt. Fuck me, Roger.
Oh, just wait till you see what gets uploaded to the channel tonight.
Oh dear.
Oh, you've got me intrigued now, Chris.
Christoph, you tease. Or is it Christine? Ah, you tease.
I'm just going to turn this down a bit.
Yeah.
Because it's tasting kind of... Ooh, that aftertaste though.
Right, who's shot in the bin? Exactly, Jules.
It's worth the wait, Michelle. I was in hysterics. Okay.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Shit, not shot.
John was laughing that much last night. He was as red as that wall behind me. It was absolutely hilarious. Chris was crying. He was laughing that much he couldn't breathe. So yeah, it was a fun night last night.
Yeah, well, we've hardly stopped because it's like we have things now to do practically nearly every week. Like this week, it's going to be Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Mm.
Oh, and anybody in Northern Ireland that wants somewhere to go for an absolutely stunking meal, huge meal, 2-course carvery meal for tenner.
You have my attention. Where?
Pepper Pot, the Pepper Pot Mill in Dervick.
Is it Peppermill?
Peppermill.
I think.
The Peppermill in Dervick.
Oh,
I've heard good things about that.
It's a tiny place. They do takeaway carvery meals as well, where people get the polystyrene trays, and what he does is the guy cuts the meat up, says, "What meat do you want?" And I mean, you get chunks that.
Give me pure half a turkey.
Yeah, I get half a ham and half a half a cow, and then he just hands you the plate and he says, "Then help yourself to everything else that's sitting there." And you're just like, you've got your roasties, your mash, your veg,
yeah.
sausages.
Tenner for a 2-course carvery.
And then, Bunny,
Really good.
the dessert.
Oh, the dessert.
I got munchy cheesecake.
Me too.
It was that thick, and it was a square like that. It was a square like that with a thing of ice cream, and it's the most fluffiest, lightest cheesecake I've ever tried in my life.
I know you see it and you'd think it would be like really thick, but it was so fluffy and it was yum.
Save the money and take number one son out for dinner when I come over.
Yes.
We'll have to take 2 cars, Ryan. We'll definitely go out. You can come on the Sunday and we'll go.
Are you bringing his car over?
Yeah, he's driving over again.
Cool beans.
So, but yeah, right, because you know, when you think of it, I've got a full back seat now.
And it's got a whole crew here now.
So.
Oh, that was so good today though.
When did this show become the Ideal Show?
Yeah.
Sainty, whenever you come in through the door, because you took the standard down.
Excuse me, you shouldn't be watching that show, Sainty, to know what that show is. Traitor.
Sorry, it's
The long-standing joke because they spend about an hour of that show talking about what they've had for their dinner.
What do you have for lunch?
But all it is just somewhere that's, because I like to recommend, if I can, places that are small, local homemade food.
Yeah, homemade. Them roasties were yum.
Were they toasty roasties, Michelle?
They were roasty toasty. They were.
Lovely.
They were so good. Proper
iOS
homemade.
is good. I like Richard. Tetley, there's no accounting for your taste because you like me, for God's sake. Oh, Chris. I don't know if this is a custard, but I've got that in for review.
You can't see just the head.
It's salted caramel from Nan's Kitchen. Don't know if it's a custard or not.
I think it's probably going to be like more like a creme brulee, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. It's not custard.
On that video.
But yeah, I've got their butterscotch custard in here at the moment.
That's so good. See, that aftertaste you're left with, angel delight is.
But it's not a custard. It's angel delight. It's not a custard.
I take it it's more like a cream.
More like a pudding.
Oh, someone else has made one. Yeah, but Chris, I don't think it is. Honestly, Chris, I don't think it is a custard. To be quite honest, it just says it is.
Salted caramel.
Sulfured salted caramel.
Yeah.
So, and all I've done is that and the drip test.
That's good.
And you can taste the bloomin' salt in it.
The bloomin' salt.
Yeah, you definitely can get the salt in it, and you can get the caramel. So, but as always, I will get to know it first of all. I've yet to get to. I've had someone say they've cloned Enigma, so I asked him for how many concentrate, and he says he's got 7. Haha, there's over 15 in it. The Enigma, Chris, I haven't spent any time with it yet. Michelle did buy a bottle, as you know, and thank you for the Caliburn, as well. I haven't spent any time with it yet to get to do the review on it?
Sadly, I can't vape it. It really scratches my throat. Something just doesn't like me in it.
But I think I've got
So it's all his now.
3 or 4 out of the 15. So still got a long way to go.
Yeah, good luck.
Shake the
does.
bottle loads, it does say, but yeah, we shake the bottle, always gets shook well before
I've even tried it in like in the Nord where it's like lower ohms, and even then it still, I don't know, it's just something in it, maybe a strawberry or something. I know strawberries tend to scratch my throat, so maybe it's a strawberry in there.
Okay, you don't have a
That
good
thing's
time
too
with
noisy.
strawberry or grape, do you?
No.
I still can't pin it down.
I was really wanting to like it because I'm not a fan of like bakeries, so it's like I couldn't really vape the custards, and I really wanted to like it, but it just doesn't want to like me. Got it.
Okay.
I'm gutted.
Question for you. Okay. So, I actually won this bottle of juice. Yeah, I won a bottle of juice. Or leave it for a few days and let it steep. The first version of 2 months steep. The other stuff was made it.
Bottle due to demand. Of course, I wasn't one of the first ones to get the bottle.
So
I'll
it's still
see how
it's still
it.
Steeping. It'll probably sit there for a while yet, Chris. Anyway. So
Yeah, but
I'll
just
maybe
remember
try
to
it. I'll
shake
try
up
it.
every now and again.
There might be hope.
right,
There might be hope.
I get the concept behind this and everything else. I just want your thoughts on the bottle. So it's called Sugar Babe Lemon Tart,
Okay.
and it's got an anime type person on the bottle. Now, the reason it takes it a wee bit older is because on her hand she's got a tattoo.
Okay.
Now, the company that actually make it is called 69 Juices.
It's a rather unfortunate name.
And
Because
they
you
have
right
got...
mad perverts like us are going to jump all over that.
23rd, 24th. Oh, you're not here for my birthday, Ryan. Terrible.
So, what do you think?
Well,
That's a good time to come over.
at the end of the day, I can sort of see why a lot of people would be a bit up in arms with the labelling, but in all honesty, there's no copyright infringement, so I don't see a problem with it personally, because, you know, it's not just kids that are into anime stuff. I know a lot of adults that are into it.
See, one of the things that sticks in my mind is from Chris. He's in, so I can talk about him. Is from Christopher's review. Chris's review of the watch pod system, the UL pod watch system, where
Yeah, the amulet.
where he says, and these words, just whenever I watched that review, these were probably the only words that struck a major chord and sort of went, it's spot on. I'm quite a wee bit older than Chris, and I love geeky toys as well as Chris loves things, novelty things. I like novelty things, and Chris said he liked novelty things. And when people are going, oh, that's aimed at kids, this, that, and the other, and when he was going on about the vapor mummies,
The vapor mummies.
I can understand that, but to me, we should be standing up for our rights as adults to like things that are novel.
Yeah, I like everything that's shiny and sparkly. You know, I'm not a kid.
Yeah, exactly. I'm exactly the same. Now, when you get companies that bring stuff out with blatant copyright infringements, like Fantasy did with their bottles of e-liquid designed to look exactly like a can of Fanta, you've got a lot of issues like that I don't agree with, but they need to get off this bandwagon of saying that these things are deliberately targeted towards children. In all honesty, do they really think that children are the only ones that like
Bright
nice
colours.
fruit flavoured things? Do they really think children are the only people on the planet that like bright colours? Do they like are children the only people that like shiny things? That's bullshit, and that kind of tarnish needs to be scrubbed away.
Yeah.
We don't need to be dealing with that. We're having a hard enough time being accepted as vapors as it is, without dickheads telling us that they know better than us. Oh, you're an adult, so we can't allow you to do this because that's clearly targeted towards a child. So we're going to have to ban this. Like, kids are wily little shits. They'll get their hands on it regardless of what it looks like.
The thing is, it wasn't designed for kids. You could look at it and say, yes, a kid could put that on, go into school, and the teachers might not even notice that he's got a vape in his arm. You point that bits out, but a lot of adults wear smartwatches.
Exactly. Every vape company worth their salt clearly states that their products are for over 18s only, and if kids manage to get their hands on it, well, who do you blame for that? Because you look how easy it is for kids to access prohibited stuff on the internet, because age gating only works so far. You click onto a website and all it does is ask you, are you over 18? Kids want to see that and just click yes.
And then they can use their mum or dad's bank card to buy stuff.
Yeah, you can use their mum or dad's bank or credit card to be able to buy the stuff.
Yeah.
But whenever, Bunny, you're almost the same age as me. Almost.
Almost, yeah.
We grew up in an era where smoking was 16.
It was when I started smoking.
So smoking was 16. I started smoking from the age of 9.
That's so bad.
So therefore, how did that work out? The smoking at 16, but also we grew up in an era where health and safety was your mother saying, "Don't you do that." There was none of this.
Yeah, common sense was the health and safety back in the day.
There was we hit the 3 levels. We had the 3 levels of growing up. You had the level of your mum going, "Don't you do that." Then we had the death stare. And if you managed to bypass those, you had the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
So
or the slipper.
I had the baffy, the slipper.
So there was always those 3 things, and that was our parents. That was our parents taking responsibility for us as kids and responsibility for us how we grew up. What's happened to today's society where parents don't take the responsibility, and it's then the governments feel the need to be a nanny state and say, you can't hit your child no more because that's mind abuse, that's abuse. No, the only thing it ever did for us was give us respect for our parents.
I know, at the moment you can't even say boo to your kid without probably getting lifted for it. It's terrible.
Oh yeah, you have to be so careful. You have to be so careful what you say and do around your kids now, and it's a joke. And I'm sorry, that's one of the reasons why so many young folks nowadays have zero respect, either for themselves or for anyone else around them.
And then whenever kids do act out, like on buses or something, a lot of passengers think, for love of God, can you control your child? But they can't.
Yeah, they're not allowed to.
But those,
Yeah,
there's bills.
I totally agree.
There's somebody saying, or there's Rod saying, kids can smuggle a jewel. Just use that word. Don't even need to be a jewel. Those can be smuggled just as easy. Inside of the, sit in your shirt pocket, inside your blazer pocket, your back pocket.
Yeah, you can throw one into your pencil case, nobody even know it's there.
Yeah. So all this.
Like kids are wily little foxes, and if they want to get their hands on something, they will. Prime example. We were coming up from town the other day, and there was a couple of young kids. The oldest of the bunch couldn't have been any more than about 13 years old, and he was walking around with one of those big smoke stick V8 pens. At about 13 years old.
You see, I've always been the thing, and Bonnie, you know this fine rightly about me.
No, listen, I'd rather see him vape than smoke.
Yeah.
But the thing is, at 13 years old, how did he get his hands on that? Either his parents bought it for him, which if they did, for me, shows responsibility, because they're saying, right here, no, you're not doing that, smoking lark, have one of them. And that is fair enough. Or he has got his older brother or his mate or somebody to go into the shop and buy it, or he has done the sneaky and bought it online.
No, or he's robbed it.
Or he's robbed it.
But
Second hand.
yeah.
The thing is,
2 second Village. I disagree in is the parents not stepping in and taking the rest of the population and letting the government take over the cause. Village, I actually agree with both. I agree both with you and Ian on this one. At the very beginning, now I'm talking about probably the generation, probably Bunnies and I generation, or just the one before Bunnies and I's generation, that they are too weak-handed with their kids. They're trying to bring up kids so liberally, and trying to bring out the.
You can bring your kids up liberally, but still instill some form of discipline in them.
But liberals don't. This is the whole thing with liberals. Liberals don't agree with just looking after their own house. They
John,
are the ones.
Night, night, sweetheart.
Night, John. Night, Jude.
Take it easy. Night, night, Jude.
Night, John. Night, Jude.
Liberals seem to be the ones who take their view instead of just them living their little bubble and getting on with their liberal lives and everything else and doing things the way they want to do. They seem they have to force that upon everybody else, which doesn't then become liberal. It becomes more like a Stalin state where you have to.
It's a dictatorship. It's not liberalism.
Whenever you have somebody walking into Primark or any other shop that sells clothes and things like that, and because there's a little girl's dress that's pink, or a little girl's t-shirt that's pink, and a little boy's t-shirt is blue, them then tweeting and going, "I'm deeply offended by this. I am so deeply offended by this. I want you to remove it."
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing when the government goes on and on and on about the obesity epidemic in the UK. So they try to demand that food companies change their recipes and stuff like that. How about you teach your parents to say no to some kids every now and again?
But the thing about it is, Jimmy Oliver and all this crap that he's been going on with and everything else, how successful has his restaurants been? How successful has his restaurants been? They're closing. They've closed. He's lost people their jobs because he's gone too far. He's taken that inch that he was given and he's pushed it to 6 miles.
Yep.
Ryan sent me a message saying I'm behind on chat, but I keep going back on things on chat in case we've missed it. 'Cause if we're talking, I just don't want to try and just interrupt and break up the flow of the chat that's going through on it. So to me, it's the same with vapes. Bill's liberal, but I still believe there needs to be responsibility for our family and actions. Bill, you're probably one of the few liberals that I know that can actually have a decent conversation instead of being forced down everybody's throats. My views wouldn't be of a liberal view, but I'm somebody that takes on somebody else's point of view as long as they're not trying to force that view down my throat. I have got gay friends. People well know where I stand on gay marriage. I don't believe in it because gives them something else. It's the same equal rights and everything else. Yes, they should have the equal rights, but to me, why change what a word means? Just the definition of a word. Why change what that means? It just becomes where does it stop? Where does the line stop on it?
They're talking about equality, but then we're not getting equality if they are getting what they want.
And it goes back to the age-old saying of where the minority rules the majority. Because you can go on to Brexit. The majority of people said they want Brexit, but the minority of bloody MPs who are Remainers and don't want to go anywhere are winning the battle. So where does the line get drawn? Sorry, this isn't Vic's politics channel.
I'm lost now.
Oh, and Chris, if you're still listening, spent yesterday evening, or a good part of yesterday evening, in the company of fellow Liverpudlians. Look at Bunny's face. How could you be? Yes, I was in East Belfast, but I was in the company of Liverpudlians.
Really?
Okay.
Oh yes, we were. It took me a minute there. Oh God, I'm so slow.
Whose parade was on yesterday?
Braniels. but they had the Heroes of the Psalm band from Liverpool as guests.
And I was
Oh, right,
surprised.
cool.
I was like, oh, from down south in England too? I didn't know that. I'm learning so much over here. It's great.
I've been
So good.
pagan for a long time, and I'm responsible for me and my family. Don't know it. Bill, pagan, so that's, I didn't know you were pagan, but that explains quite a lot about your liberal views, but also the way you can conduct a conversation. So, anybody that I've ever met that's been a pagan has been of that mindset. So that's the hardline liberals, though, Roy. The same can be said for the ultra conservative. Is about the ability to find the middle ground and be to be open the possibility the other side may be right. That's liberal village. that's liberal.
I think one of the biggest issues nowadays is that so many people are scared to have an opinion on anything because they're beaten down and told they're wrong and that they're promoting hate speech if they dare go against something.
Yeah.
The people are losing their voice now.
Exactly.
They're getting made to lose their voice.
Yeah. In a country that supposedly prides itself on its freedom of speech, there's really no such thing. Because if you voice your opinions, you're told that you're wrong and that you should be locked up for life for dare thinking it. It's like, no, I'm sorry. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can and can't think?
It's all about who you can sway nowadays. That's it.
Yeah.
Money talks.
Money talk.
Well, that means I'm screwed because I don't have any of that.
Snap, buddy. So that's why we're all screwed. The only one that's not screwed is Village, because he always has plenty of money.
I know.
He can just sell.
He's meant to. I'm telling you, that who has won the fucking Euro Millions and hasn't told anybody.
I would do that. Totally.
If he ever does run short of cash, all he has to do is sell a tenth of his vape collection.
Not even a tenth.
No, a tenth to live comfortably.
Yeah.
For the next few years.
Yeah. You thought I had bad shiny-itis. Whoa. Yeah, John has that crown right now.
I need to keep my shiny-itis to myself, it seems, nowadays.
I think John should just open a vape shop.
Do you know what I'm getting the shiny-itis for at the minute, though? Is pod systems.
I know, me too. Me too.
Oh my god.
Me too. Do you know what? They're all so good, though.
Right now.
They're so good, I know. The pod is real. I don't know about the rebuildable pods, though. I think they'd be a bit fiddly for my big chunky hands.
If only that's what he's after. He's after one of those pasito things with a rebuildable thing on it.
Do you know, every time I hear someone say there's something pasito on it, that I just get that song
You're
in my
thinking
head.
that Justin Bieber song, aren't you? Yeah, because I think of it as well every time I hear the name.
Oh.
You can't see it in the...
That's better.
It is.
Yeah, you turned the lights off.
We're all mysterious now.
Is this where we now start to tell spooky stories? Oh,
So-
the red room.
This one time. The end. That's so scary. Can't tell yet. Oh, good night, Jules.
Night, Jules. It's
Night,
nice for you to
okay.
join in and catch us for a change.
And catch Jules' show on Tuesday at 7 p.m. over on
Jules
Vape
is-
Home, Alabama.
Yep. Things that make you go,
For the things that make you go,
Yeah,
Look at that, right? Open a shop and have to... Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's
Village, John, if you opened it, you could buy you'd be buying 2 or 3 or 4 items of it, and you could be going like, one for you, one for the shop, one for me, one for the shop, one.
No, one for the shop and the rest for me. Oh dear.
Yeah, I think John's going to need to buy a bigger house if he buys any more vape gear. You know, or he's going to have to extend or something.
Just buy a big shed.
Bye bye.
Yeah, he could build a shed.
Bye, neighbours.
Yeah, he could get himself a shed and a dog. You know.
Change his name.
Change his name to...
Change his name to Todd.
Just pick up
Oh,
that
the
accent
German
as well.
Still a big note for me. Did you watch the replay, Bunny, with when John made his acting debut?
He was very good.
He was.
We
Naturally.
actually had it on here. I wasn't too well, but we actually had it on here and watched it at the time. He did very, very well for that being his first ever live show. He held himself amazingly well.
He did. He came across like he's been doing it for much better. He came across like he's been doing it for a lot longer than.
Yeah.
If you want to come on, Village, you're very much welcome to come in. And Bunny doesn't bite much.
Just give her
One
coffee
problem
first
I have a
and
lot
you're
of the stock
sorted.
coil and pod systems. I cannot vape cancel for more than a few minutes before I get a bad taste and stomach cramps. Oh.
Yeah, well, the rebuildable then will probably be better for you, Bill.
Yeah.
Because you'd be able to use your own wire and stuff like that, and it would probably be a better option for you.
Just looking. That actually doesn't look too bad. That light.
I know, it looks quite. I like that lighting.
Go on then if I must. He's been dying. He's been dying. Yes, Tetley, if you've just got your leopard print, so I love that leopard print.
Oh,
leopard print.
Tetley. Show and tell, please. It's the Forfer tank. I call it the Forfer tank. I like it.
Of course.
Oh, wrong thing. Right. Does he want to go above? Does he want to go above Bunny or below Bunny?
Bunny, do you like to be on top?
I don't mind either way.
Or we'll put John on top since he's a guest.
It's a bit tall to be on top, is he not?
No, he's tall, so then he can go on top because he's in his normal view. Oh, he's not answering.
That's it. We've put him off now.
I'm all set up, right, and ready for him. I'm actually seem to be on.
Because I'm the woman, I should be on top.
Women on top. Rog. Now we know what Rog.
Yeah, now we know what Rog gets up to.
Rog.
Need more
Getting all
Villages
the
mod
secrets
review.
now. Yeah, we're getting all the secrets now.
Bet she has to wear sunglasses though.
He has to.
to
Oh, he has
actually
to pop.
meet.
Bunny. He has to pop. He has to use to. Has to pop to the leaf first.
Oh, I'm forgetting.
Cheeky bumwag.
Oh, Grace.
Jesus Christ.
Remember, John. Any more than 3 shanks?
Yep.
So glad I'm not dying.
White well Village.
Yeah, wash your hands too.
So, Bunny, anything new you've got your eye on, or?
To be honest, at the minute, not really.
Just a pasito.
Well, it's more
Despacito.
Darren's looking for the pasito more than me, but because I had been after this wee beastie and I picked that up a couple of weeks ago.
I like it. I'm really enjoying that wee artery pal.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
absolutely love it. It's a wee workhorse.
I don't like
but
it.
Just you don't.
No.
Okay.
No. Unfortunately, I don't like it. One thing I don't like about it straight away is that the mouthpiece on it. I don't like it.
See, I like it.
Because I
I
suppose.
do like it because it's flat.
Yeah.
No, I suppose I was spoiled because I have that one.
Yeah, you get that one.
Hi, Casey.
Hey, Casey.
Hey, Casey.
I had that, so I was spoilt to start with because of having that, and it's just, to me, it's just I don't know, because you're holding that size of a mod.
Oh yeah, it's quite small in your hands.
It'd be like putting that thing onto that.
I don't know. I think that would work actually.
Nah.
See, I quite like it. I like the mouthpiece.
That's my.
It's like you can just.
Yeah, that's my only down thing, and it's too small for me. This tank.
Yeah, but you got big hands though, so.
Or for tank.
It looks huge in my hands. Look.
Trouble with me is Pasito is a local ice cream maker.
So it just sort of disappears in my hand.
And the for tank, it's bloody noisy.
It is a wee bit noisy.
It is a bit on the noisy side.
It's not as noisy as the Crown 4 tank though.
No, I'm not too bad with the Crown, but then I don't have the airflow fully open on it, so.
Oh.
I think it's worse when the airflow's closed.
When Michelle vapes on the Crown 4, the whole house shakes.
He said I can make anything noisy though, so I don't know. I make everything noisy and I make everything look big.
I found the Orf.
That's my deal.
I really like the Crown 4.
Hi, Jordan.
The
Hey,
Orf
Jordan.
is. Hi, Jordan. The Orpha is very noisy, but the loudest tank I have is the Mesh Pro. I find it to be very loud.
Is that loud? I was wanting to get one of them a wee while ago.
The Valerian 2 tank, the airflow is insane.
Oh, I brought my Valerian out for a wee while, and then it's like
that was
I
the
got
that
and
was
then
the
it's like,
the next kit I think that's on my shiny itis list is the Valerian 2 kit. I really do like the look of that, and the fact that it's 3 batteries as well. You know.
We have a shiny village.
Yay!
We have a village. Hello, sir. How are you?
With an ever so glorious beard. Look at that beard. The show
beard
can't see
glorious.
his beard.
I was going to say that beard needs dyeing again. I've got fucking grey coming through again.
You're not that old, village.
No, but I have to because it's like Go Faster stripes. It's not like salt and pepper all around. It's just like 2 stripes of grey.
You need to just rock that style and bring it back into fashion.
Yeah, that looks cool, man.
Just come over here. Everything that was in fashion over in the UK last year is
keep
in
him away from the bins. Just stay away from the bins, John.
Well, what do you think I had to pop to the toilet for?
Once you right at the bin, then.
Well, no, I had to pop to the toilet because the bin was brimming.
No.
Oh, right. I'm filled already. With you now, Ted. Here we go with the giggle fit again.
Oh, Chris was setting me off half the time. So I just start to calm down. Then all I saw was him on the screen, like with his shoulders going. I was like, that's setting me off again.
Yeah, he just completely creased up. It was hilarious.
And
Absolutely hilarious.
there we go. We have Village in this middle of the screen. For those who don't know, John, that's on screen at the minute, folks, is better known. He needs to change his name on his VC to Village.
I thought I had.
No, you're still your full name.
No, it's changed on mine. It says Village Vapor on mine.
No, it says John on mine.
Oh dear.
It's a conspiracy.
Stuff it. It is what it is.
No, no looking him up on Facebook, folks, and sending a message. He is married.
Yeah, don't conceal yourself, ladies.
No, it's not the ladies he's worried about. It's more Tetley and Bill.
Tetley has a big tart, so you know.
It will, Rog, because he's gone. Because it's me. It's streaming it. It's whatever it says on mine is what you see. Because it's just like a screen print across.
Maybe if you changed it on yours.
I think it's probably because when I first called in, I hadn't changed my name, so obviously
VC's just kept you.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Hill Village.
Hill Village. Woo!
Betty the woman. Betty the woman of few words comes up with the great ones again. You're not worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Betty's just epic.
Betty's awesome.
She doesn't say very much, but when she does, by God, does it ever have an impact?
Oh yeah, it's worth it.
She's the only woman on the planet that I've seen that has ever left TVP speechless.
Yeah.
And we all know how difficult that is to do. You know?
I really want to get TVP on here.
Oh yeah, that'd be good crack. Definitely.
I really do. That's going to be slightly hard, but...
No, because you know he's just going to say, Michelle, stand up. I forgot to tell you again.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that today.
Oh shoot. No, I'm not standing up, sorry.
She is standing up at the moment.
I'm already standing.
Yeah, it just looked like she's sitting down because the chair's raised behind her.
Oh, I might be taller than you now, since your chair's all the way low down.
I'm
not standing up. I'm not standing up. No.
That's why, people wonder why I have to lean back in my chair. It's so I can fit Michelle into the camera. So I set up, my chair's broke, so it's actually at the lowest setting it can go.
He broke it.
Yeah, my
booster seat, Michelle.
my excess. I've got a spare car seat in the shed.
I'm so glad you never said booster seat there.
This is Chelsea. It's bigger
John
than a booster
actually
seat.
did say you need a booster seat.
I do. Technically, I should have a booster seat in the car. Technically.
Nice to see. There you go, Village.
But it's age before beauty, so you know.
Rog, if you were here 2 weeks ago, you would have seen Village. He was here for the whole. He was here for the whole show.
Where's Liz tonight?
Yeah.
I'm missing Liz. I miss her.
I think Liz was babysitting the grandkids this weekend, so you know she's not been about much this weekend at all. But I think she was looking after the wee ones. So.
She's probably preparing herself for her debut, isn't she?
Ooh,
Yes.
is she on the bitches?
Yes,
this
we
week?
have Liz coming on the bitches with us this week.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, we're out again. I still need to watch a replay from last Friday. Michelle is small, Roy is far away.
Father Ted reference there.
Yeah.
Who did Father Ted what now?
Bill. That's what that reference
Reference is.
What
This
reference?
cow is far away. This cow is small.
Oh wait, yes, I know.
Because
now.
it's the same
Yeah,
size.
Yeah, I remember that one now.
Down with that sort of thing.
I like Father Ted.
Careful now.
What do you say?
Down with that sort of thing. Careful now.
Do you know what my favourite?
Yeah, we're all mad Father Ted fans in here. By
My
the way.
favourite Father Ted movie was the one. Is it the one and with the golf stick and he just gets pure lightened? He gets struck by lightning. That was so funny.
Drink.
That one.
Arse.
Sorry.
Woman. Drink.
We're thinking brick.
Oh, see, I quite like that. I like the one where they got stuck in the department store in the lingerie segment. I also like that one where Father Jack gets his glasses stolen by a crow.
Oh yeah. Oh, that cracked me up. That just completely creeped me up. And the one with the, you remember the TV host, where they brought him into the house and he was like a recovering alcoholic and Mrs. Doyle forcing the alcohol on him and him going on the rampage. Brilliant.
Go on.
Yeah. Oh, that was brilliant. Absolutely loved Father Ted.
That would be
It was such a shame when he died.
Oh, I know.
Wait, who's dead?
Father Ted. The
In
man
real
that
life?
acted Father Ted, and Father Jack died a few years ago as well.
Oh no
Yeah.
way! I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah.
Father,
just
the man that
doesn't-
acted Father Jack was in Emmerdale for a while.
oh aye, so he was.
Yeah. Shortly after he left Emmerdale, he had to leave Emmerdale because of his ill health. And shortly after he left Emmerdale, he passed away with a heart attack.
Oh,
Who let that go upside on the telly?
10, 15 years ago.
we're on TV. We're famous.
Yeah, it's about that. It's close to 20 actually.
Oh, Village, Roger's got a question for you.
Who let that go
Where
shit
am I
on the
from?
telly?
Yeah.
I'm from a village near Cambridge. It's East Anglia.
And according to Jade Goody, that's foreign.
I'm more worried about how the fuck you know about Jade Goody.
I miss Jade Goody. I liked her.
Because I'm old enough to know about Jade Goody.
Yeah.
On Big Brother.
We remember her being on Big Brother and being naked and just there like this.
Oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
Oh,
that.
When Big
trying
Brother
to hide
actually-
a kebab.
I
When
actually,
Big Brother actually was funny.
yeah, I liked Big Brother back then. That was
Yeah.
like what season 2 she was on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was 3 actually.
Was it 3?
Roger's
there
also in
was
East
one
Anglia and he's in Sudbury.
That's
can't-
the one where they have the divided.
I must admit, I haven't heard of Sudbury.
I can't believe they still do Big Brother.
They don't anymore.
Oh, they stopped it finally.
Yeah.
Oh, thank.
No, I think they still do the celebrity one, don't they? Everyone just wants a bit more
No,
crap.
they feel like we had to.
They've cut away. They cut
Oh.
everything away.
Mhm.
Everything's now gone because of mental issues and complaints. And
Oh, come on now.
you do know that Love Island's going to go exactly the same way. And I've
That's
never watched.
good.
I've never watched an episode of Love Island ever.
All I hear about is that it's just like a big orgy fest. I'm like, yeah. I'm
Well,
not
that's watching
basically
basically what Love Island is, isn't it? They throw a load of men and a load of women onto a desert island to see who shags first.
And
That's
then
what
couple
it
them
is.
up.
Yeah.
Couple them up.
Yeah, it's.
They don't show the shagging no more apparently. I
You
give
should
three.
be putting a program like that out anyway, because it gives unrealistic expectations on how to find a fucking decent relationship.
Well, I give 3 girls a lift to work in the mornings, and 2 of them are mad fans on it. So they sit in the back seat and they just talk about it, and I'm just sitting there on the way up to work going.
Yeah, Casey's telling us to shut up because he loves
Oh,
it.
aye, Casey.
No, honestly, his granny, him and his granny watch it. His granny is mad for it. Like she
Oh
just,
my god.
yeah.
Yeah, but we
His
all know
granny
why.
swears TV and everything.
Ian,
We all know why
No,
Casey loves it though.
I don't even think they do the celebrity version on Channel 5 anymore. I think it was all pulled. Casey, what shit up, mate, compared to shut up? Is this bringing out the bins again?
He's probably on his phone and had a thumb slap.
Is this bringing out the bins again?
No, leave him alone.
So, John, what's new this week?
Actually, nothing. I've pre-ordered the IPV, but that's about it.
Stop
the
the press.
e-cig one I've got. The e-cig one has got 20% off sale, so I've been eyeing a few things up.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah, one as well.
Absolute gits.
I know.
Hang on.
I feel you, Village. I feel you.
Oh, well, I'll just have to satisfy myself with this.
I've just got my rainbow lovely.
Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be
Oh.
okay for coils at the moment, and
Coils upon coils.
Bloody hell.
Oodles of noodles.
Yeah, throw some of those my way, I could do them. I've got like 2. Yeah, I've got one on coil and 2.3 coils left.
I've absolutely no idea why they sell these in packs of 3.
Can you buy them though?
Yeah, you can actually buy the wee bottles, and they come in packs
Yeah.
of 3.
Oh, I know you can.
I was debating between the IPV or the topside carbon. Guess which one I ordered? IPV.
Better be the IPV.
Oh,
And Bill ordered his was only 10%. Not fair.
Oh.
uh,
You lose, Bill. But that always happens though. You order the thing and then you find out, you know, like Mike's Mix, for example, had ordered a kit from somewhere, and was it a third? Yeah, it put in the order for this Meg Mod kit anyway, and he thought he was getting a good deal on it, getting it at like £240 or whatever it was. And 2 days
Yeah.
after he bought and paid for it, he noticed on the website that it was down to 125 quid.
That must have been a right kick in the swingers.
Oh,
yeah.
he was
Oh.
gutted.
he was cursing, weren't he? He was absolutely cursing it.
Oh, that's the
Because
understatement.
that's a huge price drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus.
because
No,
it was
it's-
already reduced whenever he bought it, and that's why he thought, yeah, at that price I'd be mad to pass up on that. And then 2 days later there was another 80% off it or something. It was like a hell of a lot cheaper.
Sorry
And
to
it was
sorry to interject, buddy. Just to give George a chance to, he can then write his answer when it's come back. Why did you go for the topside carbon over the IPV? I'm really curious to know. And why go for the topside carbon over the topside? Because according to
Well, the topside carbon has the SH chip, doesn't it?
yeah, which is less power than the chip that's in the topside.
Okay.
And that was TVP, Mark, and I think Chris, if he's still about, probably not. He's probably gone, but they all said that they felt that it was, if you put both of them, the 2 top sides, to 100 watts, and then vape them, the carbon feels underpowered compared to the normal top side chip. He's just uploading.
I was still there, just uploading.
Did you say it, Chris? Was it you that said
It's more
the topside
yeah.
dual's more powerful than the
Yeah.
carbon? So there we go. So that was
See, I
that
must
to me.
admit, I've got the top side. And I did think about the carbon, but then I just thought, is it really worth it? I've got the top side, but the dual.
I do think the carbon looks amazing, but is it worth the price tag? I don't think so.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's worth it. If someone was giving me, if I had a choice of 2, so if I didn't have one, and somebody said, right, you have the choice of whatever one of these 2 you want, I would still probably go for the top side,
The standard
the
one.
standard one, because I want to use it. I want to be able to take it out and use it.
Manic's got the right idea. He would have preferred a dual 21700 top side rather than a carbon edition. I think I would have to agree with you there.
Yep.
Yeah, but I actually spoke to Brian about that in October's Expo when he released the single.
Yeah.
He actually let me have a go on the dual. I went, and he said, he's not going to do 21700s because it makes it too big.
That's a shame. But I can see why, you know, you don't want to make it dual 21700 because it would make it very big. It's big enough already, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it is big.
I assumed.
Rory, you've got massive hands.
I assumed that was a 21700. Like when he first got it, I assumed it was because of the single top side being 21700. I thought that was a double 21, and he's like, no, just double 18650. I was like, what?
I think you have to look at it this way. If you did it with 21700s, it'd be the same, roughly the same size as the G box.
I mean, sure.
Everyone moaned about that being too big.
I mean, sure, the
G-box to me is perfect as well.
The blade, there wasn't the blade.
Yeah, you got ours like bleeding shovels.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all of us are blessed with massive hands.
Yeah, but then you can stick to the bloody topside single and let us.
I love that.
Let us, big-handed people, have a mod to fit our hands.
There's plenty.
Wait, who said we were trying to take them away from you?
There's plenty to choose from for big-handed people.
Like what?
But yeah,
The Titan mods.
I would like
That's huge.
I would like a dual battery squonker as well. I found the G box was too big for me, which is why I didn't very often use it, which is why I gave it to him.
See, I like my top side. I'm getting loads of life out of that.
The top side I like because of the way it's shaped. It's better shaped than the G box is, so it's more comfortable for me.
Yeah, because I can squonk it. Like, it's pretty much the same size as this. I can, like, squonk it
I reckon.
with one hand.
I
like,
reckon
the top
the
side
hand, your
single.
hand would be like that with a 27 or 21700.
There wouldn't
Yeah,
be,
quite possibly.
there wouldn't be much difference, I don't think.
I don't think it'd be much different.
But I think he's looking at it from a reviewer's perspective. It's like we said though, there was a lot of people moaning about the G box being a house brick. They couldn't take it out.
But for somebody like Roy who has big hands, it's the perfect mod, especially when you're after a dual battery squonker. It was, you know, because how long have you had yours now, Roy? What, a year and a half?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years nearly you've had yours, and it's been a great wee workhorse. And I have to admit, when I had mine, I did enjoy it. It was a bloody good mod, but
Mr. Summerfield.
not very practical for me for taking out and about.
The only reason I stopped using mine,
Hi,
and it was the G box's biggest design flaw to me, was their stupid bottles.
Yeah.
Too hard.
Yeah, because when you try to take the bottle out to fill it, the batteries are falling out. That
Well,
was the only
wasn't even
problem I
that.
had with it, was
It's the split.
constantly the batteries coming out of it.
The
Yeah,
bottles. I went through 3 bottles.
Or was it the harder plastic?
You know, if it had been the same,
Yeah, they were the harder plastic
if
ones.
it had been
like
the
Teflon was.
if it had been the same silicone they use in this, not the really squishy one, the one that's on the top side, which has just got enough firmness to it. If it was that
Yeah, like
type
the
of bottle,
one in the Pulse was too soft.
yeah,
Whereas the one in the top side, I think, is just nice.
Yeah,
it's a lot thicker. They've made
Right, Rog.
Good
Night,
night,
Rog.
Rog. Hey, Andy.
they've made it a lot. They've made it a lot thicker, and which I really love it. And it's, to me, if they take that bottle and put it into the G box, I'd probably still use the G box.
Yeah, it would be so much better. But
I swear, Brian. I think was it Modmaker did an aftermarket one for the G box bottle for it. I can't remember what one it was, or if they're still doing it.
I'll have to have a
I'm
look
pretty
and see.
sure there was an aftermarket one on the go.
Because I just love my squonkers, because that, will get me maybe to work. But once I get to work, I have to refill it. That gets me.
You must feel like a chimney going to work then.
Yeah. If you had to put up with,
He has to with all that Love Island talk.
I can fill the bottle up in that before I go to work in the morning, and it's still about half full by the time I'm getting home.
I 3 tanks of that a day.
Jesus, Roy.
See,
I'm saying nothing because I tank a 6. Well, normally I have this, the M25, and that's about 6 mil, and I'll do that on the walk to work, and I'll have to refill it on the way home from work as well.
What day on those
That's
Sunday?
just on them. That's not including break times.
That bottle was got on Friday. It wasn't cracked open until Friday night. There.
Yeah, and it's under half full.
Yeah, and I'm not vaping. No, sorry, it wasn't. Yeah, because it was on Friday night whenever I
Friday, yeah.
Friday night whenever I opened this packet and put it in. and I have been, I've been using the 3 of these, in between times and everything else. So, that's a thirsty time. Michelle goes to me, "Oh, the
that is a thirsty time.
she goes to me, it's not a thirsty tank,"
Mine's isn't.
and I'm like,
Is it what?
What coil did you put in that then?
the one that was in it.
The 2 point.
I haven't a clue. There's whatever one's in it.
0.2.
I'm not reviewing it, so
See,
I don't care.
See, mine's isn't thirsty, but then I only have mine's like 55 watts. 0.1, sorry.
I'm looking at a Lost
No,
Vape
I run
drone
mine-
squinker.
I run my ORF at 70.
No, I have it.
61.5.
I very rarely have to top mines up.
I can't do 0.1s in this.
I know, it's hilarious. Although, tell them what you did manage to do though.
I didn't get a 0.1. Okay, this thing goes up in 0.5s. But today I looked at it and it read 61.6.
And I was like, you traitor.
But it only goes up in 0.5s.
Okay, that's weird.
It was a bit weird.
It was really strange. I think it was because when the batteries were running down, it decided to sort of play with the wattage a bit.
It was so funny.
But it was also funny. Since I went to 2 different vape shops to do 2 different vape owners to talk to them about the IPV, and went to see Paul at Vape Shop Larn, and he's going, "Oh, I could dry hit anything." I went, "Can you?" So I took the bottle out and I says, "Here," and let him try it. And he got to the point where there was no vape, and he's like, "Oh, it's buzzing in my hand now." And
To be fair, Gal actually dry heated it.
You what?
Gal dry heated
For
it.
some reason, now Gail's is still working fine, but it doesn't auto squonk. She has to push the button to manually feed it up,
Oh.
and Gail being Gail, of course, keeps forgetting to do that, or she forgets to fill the little bottle, and she ends up getting a dry hit off it. Only Gail can get a dry hit off an auto squonker.
I am so looking forward to the Revo. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. It's just going through final QAs.
Cool. So it'll have been until it's out then.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and there
here
is. My
she-
ears are burning.
Hey,
we're just saying, Gail, how you can manage to get a dry hit off an auto squonker.
Hi, Gal.
Oh,
Okay.
legend.
There's my bitch. Hey, babe.
But yeah, the
That's funny.
Revo, I think this will be is a game changer, and the Revo will be a game changer, I think, as well, for the
Bigger-handed folk.
well, not even just for the bigger-handed folk, but I think for people who want to experience.
I think it would be worth it.
Everybody's been waiting for so long for the X class to come out, and for those that don't have the budget for an X class, the Revo will be the next best option for them, because it'll be the same thing, only cheaper.
And better. I would say better.
Yeah.
I honestly.
I've heard a lot of people say that so far.
Yeah, I'm not. Bonnie, you have known this since way back, when sort of the G class come out and everything else. I've never been an SX fan.
No, you haven't.
I've
only
never.
one The only one that really sort of made you go, "Oh, hello," was the SL class.
Yep, that was the only one.
Yeah.
But then it was because it was a single. Whenever I started using the Strider, which is a single battery mod, it was like, yeah, I don't need one. I've got the Strider.
Is it 21700? The S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it SL class?
SL
SL.
class.
SL. Yeah.
I bet you Village has got one there somewhere.
Yeah, I've got the Stabwood one.
Because the battery life on the top side is good, and that's single. So I'm like, reconsidering. Maybe on the cards at some point.
And Bill, you'll be glad to hear the shape is not changing on the retail versions.
Oh yeah, Gil's not had a great experience with the IPV.
The Strider by who, right? As Vape, Andy. As Vape.
As Vape.
Yeah, this mod, Andy, is absolutely gorgeous.
Where is it?
I don't know.
I see. I must admit, I was tempted by the As Vape Michael, the Walking Dead edition. I was so tempted
Gil's
by
got
that.
one of those. Yeah, hold it back a little bit, Roy. It's blurring.
See, I really don't like that
There you
big,
go.
huge badge on it.
Oh no, I love that. I think that is a really, really gorgeous mod.
It looks like it should be a Rangers mod, to be fair. Like, I'm
I just love it. I think it's really, really nice.
It is, and see for holding that. Oh, it's just.
It is so nice to hold. It is smooth and yeah, great colour.
But yeah, Gail's got the Walking Dead Michael.
Not
Hey,
jealous in
James.
the slightest. Not absolutely no jealousy whatsoever there.
Liar.
Wait, what?
But yeah,
But
Gail's
Gail-
not had a good time with her VIT. It's
Gail, you have to remember though, all those were just demo models. Every single one of those they sold at Expo was just tester models. They weren't the full retail one.
I mean, mine's has never been.
Yeah.
mine hasn't
Mine's
mine
was
hasn't
fine.
missed a beat at all.
And Steve
But
Dave,
Gail's had nothing but trouble with hers.
Steve Dave, if you're watching or watching a replay, I have two.
Yeah, Steve's kind of jealous because he keeps trying to steal mine.
He's like, Michelle, please can I just borrow one?
Oh,
Give it
that
back,
one. Not overly
promise.
impressed with their chip or their stab wood. If it's actually stab wood, the gold finish. It wasn't stab wood, Andy. It's only a resin finish on the. There's so-called stab wood strider mods. They were meant to be full stab wood, done by Cool Vapor, who do them for
Ultrona.
Ultrona.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but they were meant. That's what they were meant to be, and there was a falling out. One of the Vape directors said something in front of David, who's Cool Vapor, and it didn't go down too well. And they just went, "No, we're not making your stab woods." Yeah, the Vape ones, all, even the older ones, it was a lot of the stab woods was actually, it was Cool Vapor were the ones who actually started a lot of the mass produced ones.
He got it in December.
And Bill got his first Veet in December.
The Veet. Sounds like that stuff you shave your legs with. Veet.
Veet.
Or that bread.
So, but I would love to know. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in some of these companies, especially Chinese companies, when they're coming up with the names for their mods.
The Veet.
Oh yeah, or atomizers.
Yeah.
And it still makes me laugh. Vape's one they called an RTA the Rimfire. It's like,
Oh my god.
what on
Are you
earth were
having a
you
laugh?
thinking?
The rim
What about them
fire.
ones that come out with the Wanko?
And the pumper.
The pumper.
Yeah, the Wanko on the pumper. Imagine.
I was going to say, I love the pumper, but you can't turn around and go, "Oh, I've got a pumper," because people will automatically just think you dirty bugger.
And they'd be like,
As I know you, they
They'd be
definitely say that.
they'd be like, you're gonna pump who?
Pump her? You're going to pump her? Are you? You're not
Her?
pumping my wife.
Yeah, in public as well.
Oh
Shocking.
dear.
But you can
I
just
mean, it's
picture
bad
them.
enough when we looked at when they looked on Urban Dictionary on Sabs. That was the week I wanted the Rage Squonker. I could not go in there without bawling with laughter. I just walked out the shop. I've never gone back. There's no way now I could turn around after knowing what I know about if you look at Squonk on Urban Dictionary, I want a Rage Squonker.
I know, I was like,
No.
I was like, who came up with that name Squonker? Like, seriously. Like who? I'd love
I
to
have
know
no
who.
idea.
But
I
it's
think it was
even.
one of the reviewers after they said it made a squonk sound.
Yeah.
Squonk.
And it just kind of stuck, didn't it?
But it's a squelch.
The squelcher.
The sculpture.
Yeah, that's not any better.
Here. Like my squelcher.
But who was it? There was a reviewer going back as watching old reviews and everything else, and somebody was calling the drip nipple.
The drip nipple? Oh my god.
Oh,
The drip nip.
The drip nip.
are you sure they're actually talking about the drip tip, not their own nips?
No, they were going like
Oh, I've
this.
got a drip nipple.
Like
They were doing that. They were going the drip nipple.
The drip
Oh
nipple
my
is
God.
yeah. Oh my god.
Drip nipple, I heard it all now.
You just squirt the juice through the drip nipple.
Wow.
It was onomatopoeic.
Onomatopoeia. I remember learning that word in school.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Oh yeah.
Oh God, I just fucking thought of another one.
What?
That thought when what Michelle says, like, oh, I've just got an over squelched.
Of over squelched. Oops.
Are your coils a wee bit moist?
Oh.
No.
I don't mind that word, moist. Moist. I don't know how people find that word moist so, like, not offensive, but like, well, yeah, I suppose.
Are you moist?
So cringy. I don't find it cringy. Moist.
Well, you're obviously not as perverted as the rest of us then.
I'm an
Yeah.
angel. I'm an angel.
Yeah,
But-
give it time.
I must admit though, I was disappointed when I heard that Mark's not going down, following through in the FP range,
Oh.
as no the name range. He's going to change it because I was hoping his next one was going to be called "See You Next Tuesday."
Yeah.
They could just
James,
done
I
like
have
a
no
bit
thoughts
weird.
on the TFE 610 because I've not used one.
Onomatopoeia. I don't know, Gail.
James, we haven't used it either. Just wait. I'll tell you what, James. Better than that, after this show finishes, and if you're not subscribed to Empire, get subscribed to Empire Vape Company's channel, because I could be stabbing in the dark wrongly. It could be that review that he's putting up.
Stop
Yeah, I think he said he was putting the TFE 610 review up tonight.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, if you want to know how good, bad, or indifferent that tank is, James, yeah, definitely go up to Empire Vape Co. and
But
From what I understand, it's definitely cloudy.
just
There's nothing else.
just a pre-warning on that. It may not be Chris doing the review.
yeah, I think he may have brought in a special guest.
Yeah.
To do that one, but we'll not give too much away. We'll let you go and watch it for yourself, and then you can come back and let us know what you think.
Jordan, where are you based?
Ballymena.
He's Ballymena.
Ooh.
Right.
A huckle.
Oh, a huckle. Jordan, go on their website, and it's only £8 a bottle at the moment. If you like fruity vapes, I would highly recommend any one of those two. Love to Vape and Laces, and Love to Vape Raptor Blood. Absolutely fantastic juices.
You have to be quick on the Raptor blood though, because it does sell out quick if you want to.
It doesn't, put it this way, it doesn't even keep the Raptor Blood on the shelves in the shops anymore.
Like, you have to ask for it.
You have to actually ask for it, because the last time he put out 150 bottles, it went in 3 days.
That's
150 bottles in 3 days.
I've not tried Love to Vape's new flavours yet, but I can vouch for them as a company. They are absolutely amazing juices. It's very, very rare that I get a juice line that I like all of the flavours, and the first 6 flavours that he released, I bought all 6.
He's
They were
retired.
that good.
They've retired one,
Which one?
Crystal.
Oh yeah.
It was one of those juices.
It wasn't to everybody's taste, I suppose. I liked it, but it's one of those ones that I can sort of understand why he would discontinue that one, because I
Is
would
it-
say it probably wouldn't sell as well as the
Is that
rest
the
of
one
them.
that's got aniseed in
But
it?
Monkey Crunch.
Absence.
Oh yeah, is that the one you let me try the other day?
Funny, that's only a full bottle.
He's like, Michelle, hold your finger out. So I was like, yeah, and I was like,
Right, do you want to see? Hang on, we'll show you what this juice is like.
If you like absinthe,
no,
Come on.
don't.
Come on, we'll show you what this juice is like.
Good, I've got coffee, so I can put the taste away.
We'll show you what this juice is like. Watch Michelle's face, folks.
Purple Nurble's a good one as well.
Yeah.
I like that.
Watch your face, folks.
No, I can't.
Go. Just do it.
Just do it. Don't think
Go on.
about it. Just do it.
It is just like getting an absinthe and drinking it.
I don't even like that aftertaste.
See, the thing is, I don't like absinthe,
Ugh.
but I like that vape.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what it is about like absinthe or aniseed or licorice or something like that. I don't like them. but I like a vape that has them in it.
Or
I don't know, I'm a bit weird that way.
Jordan, if you want to go down the fruity range, they've got iced pineapple, which is also a great juice.
Oh yeah, that one is good. That one is good.
And I actually quite like that. That brain freeze. I wouldn't call it brain freeze. It isn't really cold. It is a bubble gum with a bit of coolant to it, and it is like the Hubba Bubba, but a bit more flavour.
That's tainted my flavour.
But that's that range, and they're saying, as I said, they're selling at £8 a bottle. And the thing about it is, Bonnie's seen it as well. Their clean room, they spent £30,000, and it's no bigger than somebody's front bedroom, little box bedroom type thing. It's no bigger than that. They spent £30,000 on this clean room, and it is immaculate. It's like Paul and Colin, whenever they do something, they do it right. Jordan, they probably don't have the new flavours updated yet, so if you just message the page on Facebook, if you look up Vape Shop Larn or Bentra Vapes, and send them a message, you can pay via PayPal and they'll get it sent out to you.
Or if you happen to be in Larn,
yeah, Larn or Bentra,
pop round to the shop and go and see Paul.
So they are, and they'll
tell him Roy sent you and he'll look after you.
Yeah, he will. But yeah, it's, to me, the bricks and mortar shops, it's all about the service you get in them. It's talking to people like yourself, John, over in England. In Northern Ireland, we are, I know I've probably harped on about this loads of times, but we are so blessed in Northern Ireland for our vape shops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
See,
we're over here.
I was going to say, over here with me, we've got two. They're not bad. I go in there and I chat to them all the time. They don't get the latest hardware in. They're more juice orientated, which is fair enough.
Bunny,
it's like I say, for me, it's no good.
Yeah.
Do you want to? How many vape shops have we got in Ballymena?
6.
Soon to be 7.
I know. I've already spoke to him. It has to be kept quiet for now, though. But the person in question has already messaged me offering me a job.
Because I said to him.
Yeah, well, he messaged me last Thursday, was it? I think. Yeah, it was last week, wasn't it?
But yeah, we have a new shop open up in Ballymena, which will be a game changer.
Was it Tuesday, maybe? Tuesday or Wednesday?
I'll be even more skint.
So if all goes to plan, that could be a full-time job for me.
Fingers crossed for you.
But then, apart from that, we've got the 6 here. But then, short route up the road, 30 miles. You go up to Belfast, and you've got 2 Titanic shops, 2 Rude Boy shops. You have got
3 E6 shops.
Yeah, and a Ziggy shop.
And
So-
Ziggy Sticks.
And Ziggy Sigs.
And if you go on up a wee bit, you've got us up in Dundalk.
Yeah. So it's just but if you take the likes of Titanic's 2 shops, Rude Boy and Andrew those shops are just bunged. They've got like 300 different juices. They've got a full wall, which is just full of mods and hardware.
And you're talking like floor to ceiling, like just kitted out.
Either well stocked. Yeah, Bella, I'm hoping it works out as well. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that one. Because much as I love where I'm working now, it's only part-time, and if I can get full-time out of this one, it'll benefit me a hell of a lot more.
Just means Bro will have to do a bit of travelling now.
I know, right?
Be your turn, boyo.
Yep.
And he can work on this computer for you and get it running up. So we are approaching the hour. Well,
already?
Number 2.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
went
it's
so
only
quick.
2 hours already. My God.
God, we're a bunch of ramblers.
So John, is there anything new that you have your sights set on over the next that you haven't already mentioned?
I don't know. I have been kind of eyeing up the new double barrel V3. but because I got the double barrel V2 and I gave that to Zan because I didn't use it. So there's part of me like, I want that V3. But then there's the other part going, yeah, but you didn't use the other one, so there's no point. But other than that, there's not actually much out.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones that you know you have to have it to have in your collection, but don't you? Even if you can use it for a couple of days and then let it sit like an ornament. Because
I must admit, I've been eyeing up the overpowered stack too as well. Because I tried that again at Expo. The blood splatter one I do love.
Well, I still have every intention of getting my hands on a unicorn.
I was just waiting to say
I want the full unicorn kit.
I'm looking forward to the Unicorn V4.
V4?
Unicorn V4 and the possibility of, before the end of this year, a Unicorn mod.
Ooh.
Box mod?
Uh-huh.
Ooh. You right?
And also, the other thing that could be a possibility before the end of the year, a Unicorn pod system.
Hello. Why do you keep this information so secret?
I know, right?
Not even I know about all this new goody shiny stuff.
That's the reason why you don't know this new
Where's the pods?
But yeah,
that's radar instantly up.
I'm not going to mention the companies that they're actually they could be working in partnership with on those.
Hush hush for now.
The new one in Banbridge, Northern Iron Vapes, is good. Stock Titanic, Root Boy, and a lot of other juices.
Northern Iron.
Oh, nice one, Ian.
Northern Iron Vapes.
That would be handy. Well, where Ian's based at, that would be handier for him.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I've already said to Ian, we're trying to organise, trying to get Paul to organise, which probably end up me running it or doing whatever, a vape meet at Bentra.
Yes,
I want to go to
we need that to happen because he's never seen Bentra, so we've got to get that happening.
Took Michelle into it on the 11th. Bunny took Michelle to the 11th.
What did you think of the man cave?
Oh my god, it's awesome. It is
Isn't
awesome.
it?
I want to steal them pictures as well. Them pictures are so cool. The artwork in there. Oh my god.
So
this place is awesome.
But I've said to Ian, I'll drive down, pick him up and bring him over every once, or if we can get to Belfast, I'll pick him up in Belfast and take him over and then take him back home again.
It's alright, you can lift us while you're at it.
Yeah, we could just find a
Don't worry, we'll throw you money for petrol, like we wouldn't expect you to do that for nothing.
Yeah.
We could get
But so it's because we're going to get
5p's at his head.
get Charlie to babysit that night.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, Charlie will keep the kids entertained for a while.
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
He'll tire them out. You know what Charlie's like? He never stops.
So
where does that guy get his energy from?
So we'd have that and get it done, but I'm going to see if I can get my wee mini Wi-Fi to work out there, and I could do a live stream from it as well.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah,
that would be cool if we could get the Wi-Fi to work. Because
Or
I know
I'll just
internet right there's crap.
Yeah, or stream on the phone or something like that. But definitely do a live from it, and get the likes of Village to see. You know, Bentra's not the best stocked. It's just the service within Bentra and Vape Shop Lauren is amazing.
Yeah, the shop itself is. I love the way it's laid out.
Yeah.
You know, and the atmosphere in it, it's just, and the location's really nice as well. It's sort of
nice and quiet.
Tucked away in a quiet wee village, but it's amazing. There's a bloody great big restaurant right up above it.
He's not speaking to them at the minute though, so we wouldn't get the curry.
Fuck.
I didn't know
That's
that
we
was
go into then, because the curry from up the stairs is absolutely amazing.
Mind you, make an easy one for the old Just Eat delivery, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Domino's.
Yeah, Domino's.
But you know, I'm a bit like Bill at the minute. Her tinnitus hasn't stopped, but mind you, when I went into Under Me Sig, I was like, Barry sees the pound signs when I walk in, because he knows all he has to do is I'll look at something and then Barry will throw a price at me, and I'm like.
I was like, I've been eyeing up that, and I was like, do you know what? I'm not even going to buy it. And he was like, Michelle, what colour do you want? I'm like, no.
Yeah, but you couldn't get. Where is it?
I'm going to chop up that card in a minute.
Where is it there?
And then I'm like, Barry,
Oh,
shh.
shit.
I'm like, shushed.
That is so gorgeous.
It's such
I
a
love
beautiful
that
colour, yeah.
Yeah, I really do like that colour.
How much do you normally pay for one of those? Or would you expect to pay for one of those?
Probably around the 2025 mark.
If I said way out, you're way off, because that's the reason I bought it.
You probably got it for a tenner, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we know Barry pretty well. He looks after us whenever we go into him.
I like it.
We will be, folks, coming up soon. Maybe not soon, but coming up in the near future. Sunday Vape Lounge specials will be happening again. Sunday afternoons from vape shops.
Ooh.
Maybe on the cars again.
Ooh.
So yeah, I've sort of been asked
Cool.
for two shops anyway at least. I want to try and get that up to maybe 4 or 5 before I agree to it, so
Yeah.
that we could have a segment on it. Also, I will be bringing back again the Instagrammers. Only this time trying to maybe vet them a little bit
More.
better, so that they're not just sitting there. And it was just something that somebody mentioned. I can't remember. I think was it you, Village, mentioned it, that a certain one we had on didn't vape the whole way through a 2-hour show.
No, that was Specky.
Specky.
Good night,
Gail,
Gail.
good night.
Thank you for
Hi,
coming
Gail.
in.
So that's where Vape Lounge and I will be going in the near future, folks.
Vape shops is a bad idea for me.
Yeah, I do know that the vape shop is a bad idea for.
Yeah,
so
I think,
spoiled
I think
everything.
Roy's bank account now knows that
So,
too.
I'm so
Sorry,
spoiled.
Michelle, just save it all for Expo.
I know. I need to. Do you know
They'll
what?
absolutely hammer it.
It's because I came from somewhere that had maybe 1 or 2 vape shops local to somewhere that's got like basically a whole town full of them. Like, you know, can you blame me?
Oh, and the
Honestly, it's like, oh.
there's one other bit of
heaven.
news we didn't mention tonight.
What was that?
The McPeak Barn household got bigger.
Oh yeah, we got some new additions to the family.
She's pregnant.
I am not. That's
We
far
got-
too soon for
You
that.
got new additions. I'm guessing they're of the animal kind.
Yeah, 2 guinea pigs.
2 little piggies. They're so cute.
Hang on, I have to go get one.
Yeah, go get them.
Oh, can we bring up one at a time?
They're still settling and they're like so scared.
Oh.
Although I managed to feed them some yummies earlier. They're so
Yeah, I
cute.
love guinea pigs. I used to have 2 of them.
I love guinea pigs. They're so
Yeah.
At one point, we had over 100 of them.
cute. Oh my
Then-
god.
But that was because my dad picked pregnant ones at the actual shop, and then they just exploded.
Yeah, they literally do. But I had, at one point, my house was like a zoo because I had 2 dogs, 3 cats, 2 mice, 2 guinea pigs, and 3 budgies.
Oh, budgies. Do you know? Tell you a little story, right? When I was a little toddler, I was like maybe about 5 or so. We had a pet. It was not even a budgie. It was a canary. And my dad said, right? He's like, Michelle, when you were like, I think I was maybe about 3 or something. He's like, when you were about 3 or something, I used to apparently stick it in a cup and play with its feathers because they were so soft.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my god, Dad, that's bad.
So this is Billy.
Oh, got a little Billy,
Oh.
little Billy Bob up. He's so cute. He's got like a little wavy. He's got a little wavy back.
Yeah, hold them down a little bit, Roy.
No, I have to get him holding first of all.
He's a bit scared still.
Look!
Oh, bless
He's
him.
adorable.
He's so cute. He's
Isn't he
my wee,
pudgy?
he's my wee boy. Do you know what? We've got a girl one as well, and she's a wee fatty. Like she's like, we called her Dora because she was the first one out exploring and eating everything. He was just like, I'm too scared.
Oh, look at him, he's beautiful.
Bill knows a good recipe for them.
No, Belle.
No!
That's
To be fair, they are supposedly a delicacy. In some households.
because you can get giant ones apparently that are like the size of me.
No! No, he's just too cute to eat. No.
Hello, wee boy.
So that's one of them.
He's so adorable.
You can, and the other one, I think the other one's a teddy. I think she's a teddy breed. She's like fuzzy. She's got like coarse hair. She's really fuzzy.
Yeah, the ones I had were, both of them were long haired.
Oh, they're gorgeous, them ones.
Yeah, the two I had were long haired. They were like tortoiseshell,
Oh,
ginger white and black.
yeah, that,
And
the,
one of them had this tuft that it didn't matter what you did, it just kept sticking up. So we just liked it.
oh, yeah, oh, they're so cute. So cute.
Yeah, we called ours Bubble and Squeak.
Bubble and Squeak. We could not pick out, like, it took us ages to pick out names. Like, I don't know, Sky was wanting to call one George, and I was like, no, let's not call it George.
No,
And the other
ours
one?
were Bubble and Squeak. Squeak was the one with the spike.
She wanted to call them George
Because we couldn't
Violet.
call it anything else because the wee bugger never shut up.
Squeak, squeak. Oh, I can't wait until they
it just
start
sat there and
making.
chirped all day.
They're just little chatters just now. They've just been chatting away at each other.
Yeah.
But it's all right when they do that during the day. It's when they do it at night, because we used to keep ours outside. My sister used to mow because they were right outside her bedroom. That's all you can hear. All you can hear is 100 guinea pigs squeaking.
Tell you what, I
No,
would
we only
love.
had the two. They stayed downstairs in the lounge, so that was right below my bedroom. So
Here's a little Miss Peggy.
no. Oh no.
Hey, hey, Peggy.
Oh, cute.
She's like so fuzzy.
Oh, she's lovely.
Oh,
You're right about her being a wee fatty.
She is. She's the one that's been eating all the food. She's.
Yeah,
A,
Look at the ears on her.
Just hope she ain't pregnant.
I hope so either. Oh my god, could you imagine?
yeah, because otherwise you have to sex them really quick.
Yeah, 'cause they eat them.
Was it within the first 10 days? I think I've heard.
But it's not that. It's once they start breeding, that's it.
Are they at it like bunnies?
Yeah, that's how we end up with over 100 of them.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was why when I got mine, I made sure they were same sex, and when I had same when I had the mice as well, I made sure the mice were same sex.
But the pet shop said if we has any babies, they'll take them back off us.
Oh well, that's good at least.
Yeah.
Start breeding.
Yeah, if they start breeding, then he'll take them into the shop.
Do you know what? I do want to experience an animal having babies because like that's on my bucket list. So I was like, well, maybe let her have one litter and then get her and then maybe either. I think it's actually best to get the boy done first. I think it's easier for the vets to get the
It's
boy.
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get the boy done. So we'll probably get wee Billy's
Oh.
balls.
I thought that
Wee
was
Bill-
genius.
We'll get wee Billy's balls chopped at some point
Oh, poor
for the
Billy.
boy. Alright.
Poor Billy, but it would be better for him.
Aye.
But they're, the pet shop they come from, like they're in such good condition.
They are like.
What pet shop did you get them from?
Jungle Pets
Ah, right,
at
yeah.
Clough.
See, I mean, this is only the first night and we're already able to handle them and stuff, whereas if you went to like Pet Cemetery, aka Pets at Home, you wouldn't be able to hold them on the first day. They'd just be too frightened and stuff, so.
Yeah.
But,
But he's Kira Ann wanted to said can she sit and hold him?
yeah, they don't like
While she's watching TV, and like I've just taken this one out of the cage and he's crying.
Oh, is he crying for her?
Yeah,
Oh.
because they're a wee couple already.
Oh, that's sweet.
We have to have a wedding ceremony for them.
That's
Oh God. Yeah.
A hen night and a stag night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, aye.
We've got a barbecue now, Bunny.
Right, when are we coming up to yours then?
I don't know. He's cooking. I don't trust myself on a barbecue. I'll be drinking.
Yep. Yep, you and me can sit in the corner and get wasted and we can leave the men to cook.
Yeah.
As long as he wears a penny.
Oh aye. Let's just get them naked. Naked chefs. Alright.
Oh, here, now you're talking.
Oh.
Oh, but then we can't do that because the kids will be there.
Oh shoot, yeah. Don't want to frighten them.
Yeah, that's true. We would enjoy that though.
Oh aye. Oh aye.
I don't know, might put them off sex for life.
Yeah, that's the next.
That's a good point.
That's a new contraceptive right there. Well done,
Yeah.
Village. Points for you. Oh dear. Oh dear.
He's just sitting shaking his head at me.
He didn't hear a word of that. I'm awesome.
Thank God.
What did I not hear a word of?
Naked
Nothing.
chef.
Tell me.
Naked Chef.
It'll only be worse for you if I have to watch the replay.
Barbecue. Naked Chef.
I'm not getting my balls burnt.
Scare the kids.
Jill was informing us that you've now got a barbecue, and I'm saying that's alright. Me and her can sit in the corner and get drunk while you men do the cooking, as long as you wear the penny. And Michelle come up with the idea of naked chefing.
I know, I'm terrible.
It's a good job my garden's walled, isn't it?
Yeah, just be careful not to barbecue your bets, dear.
So, John, as I don't even want to call you a guest anymore.
He's just family now.
You're part of the NI. You're part of the Vape Lounge
Crew.
now.
Yeah.
Who's? Oh, he's got MBKs on.
Yeah, just for today. This is an old one. He's got a new one coming out. I try and buy everyone's merch where I can.
I don't know what to
Have you
do.
got a bitches one yet?
Yes, I do.
Good
I
man.
wear it every Friday.
Good
I need to
man.
start buying merch. I do.
I have to confess, I don't have a bitches one yet. I will make sure. Yeah, I will make sure I'll have one before Expo though.
That's shocking.
That is shocking. You haven't even got your own merch.
No.
Tut tut
No.
tut.
You got one of the really old ones, don't you?
Naked
Yeah, I've
barbecue
one
is
of the really
dangerous.
old ones,
It
but I
is,
haven't got one of the new design ones yet. So, I will be getting one of those before Expo. In fact, I'll probably get two because I'll get a standard T-shirt and I'll get a vest. So.
Or something since it's going to be in October.
I was going to say, if it's like last October, you're better off getting a bleeding hoodie.
Yeah.
It's freezing out
Like
there.
when I'm inside, I'll not need the hoodie.
Yeah.
Friggin' Eskimo suit if it's cold is what it were in bloody May.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
feel this.
Older last
I'll have to order some merch. Because like I said, one of the polo shirts, one of the older polo shirts that we got done a couple of years ago, but I've not got any of the newer design stuff yet. Is that yours? Oh, very nice.
I like that.
Yeah,
You
That
like
look
it?
nice. Yeah,
I do
that
like
look
it.
nice embroidered as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
like
it is going to be it's going to be embroidered.
It's going to be embroidered. It'll not be a
Yeah.
transfer.
So I didn't know whether to go with that logo or not. But if people are liking that logo, I think I might just stick with it and go with it.
I
It's
like it.
it's straight and to the point, Roy, and you know sometimes a lot of logos are a bit elaborate and a bit OTT, whereas that is plain. It's straight and to the point, but it stands out. The fact that you've it done in white and red, it'll stand out against any background that you put it on.
Yeah.
Well, especially if it's embroidered as well, you don't want to make it too faffy because it will lose it.
But getting it done on a white t-shirt and white bits, you could have done black. You know,
Mhm.
so it would.
But you know,
stand
if it,
out.
Yeah.
well, you just have the black outline to the word
Well,
to
yeah.
the white bits,
Yeah,
just
or
the
you
black
could
light,
just
so
have
it still stays white, but it's got the
Yeah,
outline
you
to
could
it.
just have a black outline, yeah.
But
I
yeah,
like that.
but if I do get
So I like that.
they get them done, I'll have mine and Michelle's on it though as well, so it'll be a double whammy.
Well, that's the best way to do it.
So you know, it might as well
Sounds good.
rather than having two sets and then being two costs for people.
Yeah, well, you might as well because you are a double team anyway, so you might as well do it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
So,
So, Mr. Village, if you would like to, any final words or thoughts or sayings or
No, just thanks for having me on again. And night, everybody.
dude, you're welcome here anytime. You should know that by now.
Yeah.
and I will repeat what I said to you that first night you were on. You don't even have to ask to come on anymore. You just sort of, if you see we're on, ring in.
Yeah, just call
Yeah,
in.
just ring in.
I'll keep that in mind.
Unless we have an Instagrammer or if we have a dedicated special guest on, that's different. But
Yeah, I wouldn't do that
Then
anyway.
you come in. The second hour is open to anybody, but the
Yeah.
first hour we always give them the first hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. I wouldn't do that anyway because I'd like to just sit back and relax and enjoy it. Having the other guests on, let them have their moment.
Oh, one on each nipple.
yeah,
Oh, Bill, you went there.
well, given the nature of most of the conversation for the past 2.5 hours. Yeah, I'm not surprised Bill went there.
I know.
That's when you want to go for the option of the added extra tassels.
Well, Roy was talking earlier on about having 3 nipples, for God's sake. You know,
Oh my
and
god, yeah.
me and Michelle were talking about naked chefs. So, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This show's never clean.
Michelle, you got any words?
Thank you for letting me. I get crash every week, so it's fine. Thank you for keeping me entertained, to say the least. And all you lovelies in chat.
Bunny of Vape?
Yeah, basically to highlight what John and Michelle have already just said. Thank you everybody for stopping in and keeping us entertained this evening. It's always a pleasure. John, thank you for coming on. And remember, keep an eye on them bins. Don't let them overflow. Michelle, you and me need to talk about the naked chefing situation, definitely. And Roy, as ever, thank you very much for hosting. It's always a pleasure, my dear. So I'll pass final thoughts on to you.
And just everybody else has said it, but thank you to everybody in chat. You know, one thing I will say is a lot of people in chat probably think they come on into chat to see us entertaining them. It's not. The entertainment value comes from the people in chat, as far as I'm concerned. You know, if there was nobody, if ones in chat weren't putting in the wee comments every now and again, then we wouldn't have anything to drive us or anything to go on or anything for us to be here. So it's, you know, we may not get big numbers, but they always say quality is better than quantity.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And the fact that we can actually interact with every single chatter that comes in, instead of it just going whoomp. So now comes the advertisement section, or the pimping out section as it's now been named.
Yes.
So today is Sunday. On Monday night over on Twitch you will find Bunny, Brew and Steve Dave on Islands in the Clouds. Tuesday night you have got on YouTube you have Jules, Mama Vapes, who's gone to bed.
7 o'clock.
On Wednesday night you have a good old, is it Good Old Boys?
No, 3 men and a vape.
3 Men in the Vape.
We'll get that right one week.
Yeah,
Which might not be on because Mr. Salford has been having a few problems with his health recently and has also had to say goodbye to his beloved dog, so he's not really in a good place right now. So thoughts are with David.
Yeah.
So if you can show David some love, I think he would very much appreciate it.
If not, then there might be a flash show from yours truly here. Might do another live juice review.
He's gonna do a live naked chef review.
No, nobody would want to see that to start with. You'd need to make sure you bring your microscopes and pair of tweezers, folks.
Private show.
But yeah,
For the after show, Michelle. After show.
I might do another live juice review.
Hostile takeover time.
No, that's still
in the works.
That's still in the works. We're just trying to figure out the fine tuning of that to make it work, as opposed to.
I can't shove him in the corner anymore.
No, my corner is no longer a corner because I've actually gone sort of semi-organized.
What, you organised? What the hell?
Semi.
Like, who are you and what have you done with Roy?
This table's not as bad anymore.
Semi-organized.
Who are you and what have you done with Roy? Oh, look at you, your flashy lights and all. Oh, aye.
On the top where I can't reach, she puts all the good stuff up there.
Oh, of course. He's teasing me with that big rainbow mod now.
What?
Yeah, that one. Because I can get that mod with the black panels, but I cannot. I have tried finding the rainbow panels for that, and I can't find them anywhere.
They were special edition, weren't they? That one.
Yeah.
That colour. I got that for a great deal.
Yeah.
I know.
So
yeah, you bought that in the auction, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Thursday nights, those 4 little vapors that you probably never heard of. What is it? Vaping this somebody other Victor.
There's one of them I think delivers packages. There's another one is a bit of a demon. there's the little Scottish one that's the struggling reviewer apparently, and then
Yeah.
you've got that
That
big
one
fella
that-
with beard from Liverpool.
The one
Why?
that puts things into boxes and bags, and then they don't come and pick them up, or if they do pick them up, they take about 6 years to take them somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget you got Silam on the Thursday as well, just before that.
One at 7.
Whoa! Stop! Hold the clock! Hold the clock!
God.
Village, what are you vaping on?
You really want this, Lee? All right.
What were you vaping on?
Yeah, what were you vaping on?
Bonnie,
Go.
Brie wants you.
Got the X21's 7, but the Fatality M25,
Oh, that's nice. Mod that.
Enigma.
Okay.
Yes.
I've got the Black X Zone with the Mjolnir.
Ooh, that's
On there.
pretty. That's
That
pretty.
has got
X on God.
that's got Juice Cabin's Buttermint in there.
Ooh,
Oh, Butterman.
that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to borrow borrow a light bulb, Village?
I've got the NFH Gmod with the Axial RDA on there. And
How you
on
finding that?
I'm loving it. Love it. And on that, I've got Mystic Mint by Nova Vapes.
Bit of a mint theme going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, minty-licious.
Yeah. And on the other Hex Zone with the other Mjolnir, I've got some of this cherry sours,
Ooh.
the sour cherry on there. On the Ocular, on what Roy doesn't like, I've got
The
what
carriage
is it,
plug.
Hey, I like it. That's all that matters.
Exactly, totally.
What's left? Dilly gas, mint chopped chip.
I want to try that.
Yeah.
He's
I-
gorgeous.
Yeah,
He's
I
gorgeous.
Hopefully, we'll be getting my hands on some of that in a couple of weeks' time whenever I go over.
Let me know how much it is, Bunny, and if you can bring a bottle back for me. Pretty please.
Well, no doubt I'll be talking to
That's right.
Stevie before then anyway, so I can find out and let you know.
Yeah. Or I can message him and just tell him to give you it.
So
Maybe.
Bill also has gone
see.
there Sunday 2:30 to
Try
3:34. Tales from the Ohm, which is
Yeah,
good.
that is Solom's podcast.
Ooh.
That is, yeah, Solom and BFG do a podcast on a Sunday afternoon.
I think we've forgotten one vital thing on a Friday.
£11.
We haven't got the Friday yet though.
Well,
Well,
it has
go back to
time.
Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah,
Thursday
it has-
also
Yeah.
you've got at 7 o'clock you've got Mark Solom for his
Yeah.
hour-long show, and then on a Friday there's some Angels show. Is it? It's on Twitch at 8 o'clock.
Oh, them
Oh,
lovely
those
little
them
angels.
bitches, isn't it?
The
Those
angels.
demons.
Yeah.
Those are
The
they're-
demons.
You don't really want to. You don't really want to go there if you're of a weak misdemeanor or.
If you're of a nervous disposition, it's best to avoid that one.
And this week, folks, well, and
Someone say, bitches, thank you, Saint, I love you.
it would be one. It would be one not to miss, folks, if you are into watching people getting ripped to shreds, because I have a funny feeling that the bitches have bringing somebody onto the show that will give them as good as she gets.
Well, why do you think we want to bring her on the show?
Yeah. She may be nervous to start with, but I reckon give her 15-20 minutes and she will settle down into it.
Oh, she will. Yeah, she'll be great. So make sure you tune in for that Friday night, guys, because we do have a very special guest joining us this Friday, because our beautiful Ems is going on a cruise for the next 3 weeks, so we have no Ems. But we had already arranged to bring this guest on before we found out the dates that Ems was going to be away. So, but yeah, our very special guest will be joining us this Friday night.
And then Saturday, there's normally some random show pops up somewhere,
Yeah, there's not really a set
or
show on a Saturday anymore.
or a Zoom call. You can get into the minds
Yeah, like
of
a Hangouts or something.
Oh, you've Zan's new fortnightly show as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's on Sunday.
Which will be on again next Sunday at 5 p.m. It's just a wee 1 hour. It's Zan, Mike's Max, and
Stevie did that porter.
yeah, Stevie.
That's the thing. I need
Nice.
to speak to Mike about getting him on here some night.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout actually.
Need to get him on because
Oh no, because Mike does salves usually.
he's left
I think
Savs.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't.
No, he went back to it.
Is he going back?
Yeah.
Well, he come on after Savs.
They had a talk and sorted a lot of stuff out, and he's back on with Sabs. He wasn't on with them tonight now because he was working today. But yeah, he's usually, because he does that show now with Stevie and Zan, and then doing Sabs as well. Because we sort of clash with Sabs, he wouldn't be able to do
Well,
it
he might be able to come in after.
unless we were to put the show back for an hour.
Unless he jumped on for the last hour instead of doing
Yeah.
the full 2 hours.
Good thing.
And Savs is meant to finish at 9, but no, it very rarely does, Ian. So that's the whole thing about
Yeah.
it. Sometimes we clash with him. I used to sort of hold back a wee bit, but now I've just thought, no, we'll go on at 9, and ones can then jump into us after they finish at Savs.
Yeah, because we used to go on at 8, and because it was clashing with Savs, that was why we pushed it back. We have already pushed it back by an hour, so, you know, yeah, if Savs isn't finished at 9 o'clock whenever we're going live, tough.
There's no animosity towards him anywhere. We don't.
Not in the slightest.
You know, it's and
They're
also
a great bunch of lads.
everybody has their choice of where they go to, and we're doing a Steve Dave now. We're doing the longest goodbyes ever.
I know.
Goodbye, goodbye.
Ta-ta, folks. Ta-ta.
So, folks, if you already haven't watched the sort of
Pardon me. Sorry.
NI Vape or the Vape Lounge NI sort of intro extra, have we watched of it? It's not bad for something knocked up in about 5 minutes.
That's pretty good.
So from all of us here on Vape Lounge NI, good night.
Bye.
Vape safe.
Bye.
Vape on.
Bye.
Oh, good God, he went there.
Vape on.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Blah, 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 blah.